There's a little bit more planning that went into the beginning of the session, and then the final plan decided upon kind of in a last few moments, changed things a little bit. Just Percy and Miokin teleported down and then into the house. Lucked out in teleporting into an unoccupied room because deep intrusion doesn't exactly care who sees you. Doesn't give you a whole lot of opportunity to see where you're going. And heard voices of some people on the other side of the room. I believe you recognized that one of them was the teleporter, just from what little bit you've heard her speaking already. Teleported through. I confirmed that it was her, killed her, and then dealt with explaining to the family why you just teleported through their kitchen wall and killed their friend.
After having been missing from the lives for like 5, 6-ish years?
I think it's 6 years, yeah.
6 years, yeah.
Managed to convince the father, really, is where the convincing went, that your intentions were maybe not pure, but at least not bad for the family.
Yeah.
And that there were others out there that did have poor intentions for the family, as evidenced by the teleporter right there, that they of course had to take your word on.
We convinced them that we are the lesser of two evils.
Yeah. And
that's the important thing.
Teleported away with Delilah, her mother and father, and Percy and Delilah's son, Lohan.
Who is super excited to meet the space pirates.
Who's super excited to meet space pirates. We also advanced time a little bit to let you get away from Galactic Mandate by activating the infradrive for an in-system jump. Since that jump could only go to where your ship has physically been while the infradrive has been installed and active, you basically were just able to jump away from Galactic Mandate. You still had to travel if you wanted to leave the system, so we also did that. Made the roll to jump all the way to, I believe you picked Corafali or March.
Like that.
I'll need to get confirmation of that from someone, because I do need to mark it for you. Actually, you guys can mark it on the map yourselves, on the Roll20 map. And
it was definitely one of those. I don't remember which.
I think it was Corafali, because you wanted the easy access from another location to Tiamat. Whereas if you wanted to go to Tiamat from March, you would then have to jump to Corafali again. So I'm pretty sure it's Tiamat, but someone, if you remember, otherwise correct me.
Spaced out for a sec. What about Tiamat? What?
Huh?
I spaced out for a sec. What about Tiamat?
I don't understand the words that you're saying. I'm going to continue with my recap.
I spaced out for a sec. What about Tiamat?
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay, no, it's just you said if anyone has any different opinions, and I do not remember Tiamat coming up in the plans.
I was just talking about where you guys jumped to, where you drilled to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether we go to Corafali to look at the Tiamat exit point or through March.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those, but nobody can remember which.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
We will, because
we went to the further one.
Okay, Corafali.
Okay.
We'll also be coming back to some of the scenes that will be occurring during that travel time from confrontation with Galactic Mandate to the edge of the system. So, let's go ahead and bring this back into frame, There's a lightning bolt, thundercloud and lightning bolt, okay.
I think very, very frightening.
At least I think that's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. And then along came Zeus.
And what screen do you want to be on? I'll default to the ship screen if you don't have a preference.
Probably the screen with the map screen.
Okay.
Because we're gonna need to make a second jump pretty immediately.
We're gonna do a couple of those scenes first.
Yeah. So we'd probably be on the screen with all the people on it.
Yeah, we can do that.
So
Let's
we can
move
do
you.
that without changing screens again.
That's fine. Well, I say that's fine for me. I don't know what the experience is for you. No, so you're on the computer right now?
I'm on a computer. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. All right. I guess I can't really hold off on the new snippet now that you've seen that there is one coming. Let me upload it. And then we'll play and post it. So while it's doing that, I am going to play the news stinger. Make sure that everybody's got audio. There it is.
There we go.
Everybody hear that?
Yep.
I did not.
All right.
Okay. This one I heard.
What do you mean this one? I haven't started playing anything else yet.
Oh, then I guess it was just extremely delayed.
Yeah, sounds like it was extremely delayed. You heard the epic sounding news thing?
Yep, I just heard it like after everyone was done reacting to it.
Funny. Oh, I did do that backwards. This stays down here. All right. As usual, I'll post in Discord at the same time as or shortly after I start playing it in Roll20 so that you can read along. And the scene here is mere seconds after you have activated the infodrive and skipped away from Galactic Mandate.
This is ABNN with your hourly news. Hour-long news on the hour, every hour. Ha ha. My boss looks so mad. So, picture this. You spend a week setting up the perfect ambush. You bring the gear, the guns, the backup. You've got air support, ground teams, even a creepy psychic plant babysitting a bait family. Everything's in place. And then the Raza show up and ruin it in under 12 minutes. At sunrise, 3rd Defense rolled deep. 3 grav flyers, 2 troop carriers, and a tactical team loaded for legend. All of it parked around a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, hoping to catch the Raza by surprise. Instead, the crew landed first, dropped the psychic, who had definitely been placed there by a party that rhymes with Fur Cure Corps, and walked off with the family, who somehow was fine with that. Meanwhile, up in orbit, Galactic Mandate sent 6 Sparrowhawks to politely ask the Raza to surrender. In response, they got a smooth little story about rescuing civilians. Not true, but pretty. Mandate blinked, and when they looked again, the ship was gone. Teleported. The entire ship. Gone. Therid has no comment. Mercure denies involvement, which is hilarious. And Mandate is now wondering how to arrest a ship that treats space like a suggestion. I'm Beth. This is ABNN. Next time, bring a bigger trap. And maybe, don't bait it with your own goat.
You know what? I'm really warming up to Beth. I'm really warming up to Beth. Okay,
I
so
will
who's up
say,
first? Go on.
our story about rescuing civilians was true.
It was.
You'll have to talk
It
to Beth
was.
about that.
Okay, so after we convince Beth about that bit, who's up for a side quest to break into a news station so we can broadcast this?
Oh, it's
What's
you
your-
got this from
We're getting it immediately after it happened for some reason. The call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Who wants to broadcast it outside the house?
it
I'm
already
pretty
is,
sure
dude.
Beth is. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beth didn't exactly ask for our permission to post the story.
Mm.
If I remember right, you teleported. I mean, you teleported far away. So as far as you could, but near enough to Nox that light speed communication delay is seconds. Well, you got this seconds after the infraworld jump, infraspace jump.
Huh.
Yeah, you're getting this broadcast to you from the Nox.
Okay. I thought Beth was just posting this in-house for shits and giggles. Looks like she's not enforcing. Okay then. Oh dear.
Not that she'd asked.
See, we talked about this with Axel. We're okay with illegal bullshit. You just need to talk to us first.
So
Yeah.
so just so I can get the causality straight here. We activate the infradrive and arrive near the Nox. How long after that do we receive this message? Like, Das is absolutely going to go into the exact timings of this and work it out.
Pretty much the expected light speed delay of a message traveling from the Raza to the Nox, and then from the Nox back to the Raza.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So one light speed round trip after we get there. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Is the question did Beth predict the outcome or?
I think
Verify is that like Beth wasn't somehow registering this news story before we got there, and we were just like teleported in time to receive it or something. But
I think
Beth sent it off. It bounced off the Nox and came straight in.
I think what Beth's done is that because she's bored and purely for shits and giggles, and maybe to be a little bit spiteful, which is why she didn't ask us, she's just written out news stories for every possible permutation of how this could have gone.
That would not surprise me.
Like, she's written, oh, they feel completely and they got arrested, or oh, they made it out but they didn't rescue the family, or oh, they made it out but the big scary teleporter's on the loose, or oh, they made it out but Percy Cameron's dead, or etc. etc.
When you get a chance, remember that I do include pictures in the actual video file. Beth had some fun there too.
Sure, Beth had some fun.
So yeah, as you are making your way to the edge of space, news happened. And it is on the official ABNN news channel.
How did she even do that? Also, if ABNN can figure out how to get in touch with us, they're going to sue us.
I mean, she's been hooked up to it. That's how she reached out to us in the first place, remember?
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If ABNN can get in touch with us, they're going to sue us. They're going to sue us so hard. Can we get them to sue Beth separately? Can you sue an AI?
I'm pretty sure ABNN is just a series of AIs.
Okay. In that case, you might get a job. Just the intrepid reporter on the Baza. And then we get to shape the narrative by telling Beth what to report. Or no, try and convince her on what to report. God,
I was gonna say.
That would be. Okay, that actually does kind of sound fun though.
All right, let me draw you a line here on the Sectors without number map. Navigation routes. If that's the color I'm using. With a dotted line from create route.
Oh dear. You know what I've just realised?
Hmm.
We're going to need to get Cassie and Zoe or both to give Beth public speaking lessons. Possibly Virgilia. Possibly Virgilia.
But
God.
then,
I'm sure that'll work out well.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sure Beth's gonna cooperate with that.
I personally can't see any ways that it will go wrong. God help us all. Ooh. Well, add this to the pile of plates that we need to spend. You think she's doing this because we haven't been giving her enough attention? I feel like she's been doing this because we haven't been giving her enough attention.
Do you want to talk to Beth?
Probably, but there's another conversation that also requires attention first.
There certainly is. There's probably a couple.
Yes. Yeah. No disagreement there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I believe the journey from anywhere in this system to the edge of the system only takes between 6 and 8 hours. I don't remember the exact number, but I think it's like 7.2. Did you want to have that conversation with Delilah in that time, or were you going to wait until later?
Mm. My end.
So I mean, I feel like you probably do have pretty good control, assuming how much you're, willing to be a jerk about things. Like, if you just want to leave them locked up in their room.
Right, so no.
Whatever room you're giving them. So, like, socially speaking, I guess you don't have much choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I could, or I could do not that. But yeah, imagine either Lohan is going to hunt me down to, find out about the pirates, or Delilah's going to hunt me down with words to the effect of "What the fucking fuck."
Well, I'm going to say that neither of those are going to occur.
Find you first.
Someone's hunting me down. I can feel the doom approaching.
You're probably going to have to deal with her father first.
Yeah, that tracks.
So, if I'm getting from context, what you were saying when I couldn't hear you is that you don't feel like you've got a whole lot of control over when the encounter occurs because somebody's going to come find you.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay.
We are, as a group, I guess, deciding not to keep them locked down.
Yes.
Or at least not.
Why would you even think that? Why would you think that?
I'm just saying it's an option.
I mean, yeah, not like.
I'm not suggesting it's a good one.
Yeah, that's an right. So why bother mentioning it? Like that's an option, in as much as saying, "Oh yeah, trying to stay and fight instead of using the infodrive is an option." Like, yes, why would you?
Okay. Well, they were taken off by Kawana when they arrived.
That tracks.
And so, Kawana plus perhaps others of the crew that she's roped into it are attending to them, or so you thought, until let's see. Which of your security would it be? Oh, I need to close that. There we go. Guards. Got Kami, Asta, and Julia. Plus unnamed. Wait, do we still have an unnamed? No, we named the unnamed. You still only have 3 guards on the ship.
Huh.
I thought you'd added more than that. But
We've got the Void Scorpions. Void Scorpions. The Void Scorpions
Right,
as well.
and the Void Scorpions, who have their own folder all to themselves.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna keep it in Raza. And say that that Asta has authorized and at Kawana's insistence or dear insistence, and Asta is tracking down Percy with Matthew in tow.
Matthew's a dad, right?
Matthew's a dad.
Yeah. See, Percy needs to be learning this stuff.
Percy needs to what?
Be learning this stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So, Matthew or Mathian, but he just goes by Matt.
Yeah.
Is the dad, and Seraphine was the mother, or is the mother.
Okay.
She's not dead yet.
Yeah, she was the mother. She still is, but she was too.
Yeah. So you get a little bit of an advanced message that Matthew's coming to you from Asta.
Yep. Yeah, Percy will reply with a document titled "Last Will and Testament of Percy Cameron," and it's just a text file that says, "Ah, fuck."
All right. Do you
Shortly after that, thanks for the heads up.
Having gotten the warning, do you want to have this meeting in any particular space, or just wherever Percy happens to be?
I feel like a bystander dropping out on the conversation is... No, can't finish that thought. Dex will abuse it. Yeah, just wherever I am.
Never.
Are you kidding?
So should we assume that Das is listening?
That's actually okay. So we shouldn't, is what you're saying.
Alright. Well, Percy is going about he's got some ship responsibilities. He's probably as the chief gunnery officer checking the weapons and the systems to make sure that the infradrive jump didn't misalign anything.
Yep, because this may be important and relevant sooner than we expect it to be.
Yeah. So right now he's on the bridge.
Okay, that's acceptable.
There's a lab. Elena is working. She's working hard to fix up the the fighter bay. And I believe because Kana is preparing to drill, she's on the bridge.
Yeah, as soon as I dropped y'all off, it vanished.
And I also believe I've described the bridge as the one place that Das can't peep from vents. That sound familiar there, Kinja?
Sounds plausible. I don't remember it being established, but I'm okay with it.
Okay. I don't think it's ever actually come up in this cycle. I've always envisioned the bridge, especially since it is a front-facing bridge, to be extra shielded, basically on its own, such that if all the structure around it got destroyed, it could still function as a final life pod in space.
Makes sense.
And so, if you do
Plus,
want,
obviously, it could just like flood the vents with poison and stuff like that. Makes sense that that's not a
yeah, got its own private little subsystems for.
It's its own little stronghold.
So this was the one place where if Das does want to be eavesdropping, she's got to be visible, more or less. She's still kind of hidden when she wants to be. And Asta comes up. Oh, I didn't make pogs. I didn't make images for them. Dang, where have I been? I had 2 weeks for that.
Wow.
I know,
In
right?
fairness, we had.
What
In
would
fairness,
you
we
say
had.
you do around here?
We had 2 weeks for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, true. Alright, well, Asta brings Matt to the bridge. Now, what is Percy's reaction when he steps through?
Sigh a tiny bit, and then, straighten up, turn, stand, greet. A little bit more mechanical than usual.
Okay. Who else is on the bridge? Is anyone else on the bridge?
What's the timing of this? Like, when is this happening?
This would be happening probably within 45 minutes of you guys making your escape.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's plausible Das is still on the bridge then. Should have come back from Dark Horizon and headed up, make sure we're out cleaning everything, analyze the logs. So,
Make sure that all the comm stuff is functional, just like Percy's doing with tactics.
yeah, exactly. That too.
Yeah. Percy was distinctly quieter than usual. Possibly gaming out this encounter in his head? Hard to tell.
Actually, gonna move him over to where the screens are, because it's probably where he is. All right. Matt kind of stops. Percival.
You had to word it that way, didn't you?
What were you thinking?
But
Leaving a
you
pregnant
wanted-
woman and your unborn child in the hospital like that?
Look, I was leaving either way. This way, I didn't get arrested or possibly shot.
Well, I get that they're coming after you, but
Wait, shit, wait, fuck. Wait, shit, I thought it was you asking me, Dex, like, jokingly. Fuck.
No, he's asking that.
Shit, okay, I
Do you want
didn't
to change
realize.
your answer?
Yes, please, yes. Fuck, okay, shit, okay, what was the question again? Wait,
what were you thinking leaving a pregnant woman and your unborn child in the hospital like that?
Percy takes a moment to think, and then replies, what I was thinking is that I leave right then and there when she doesn't know anything. She can say that honestly and not be tarred by association for the entire rest of her life. I assume. This is... Okay, so... there is something that I need to lead this conversation with, just so that it's, less awkward than it. It's going to be awkward regardless. But yeah. So I have amnesia. Most of us do actually. Is Das? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the bridge, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Her too. Some of it Das. A few others here as well. A couple of others outside. Around about the time when the Raza stopped doing stuff. Yeah. A while later, we wake up. Memory is so blank that I don't know my own name. And yeah, all stuffed out in these little chips, which is not an excuse, not a justification, but something that I need to get out before you ask for all the answers that I don't have necessarily. But if it was me, that's why I would do the same thing probably.
Well, okay, that makes sense, but why not loop back around? You clearly didn't get caught. You could have come back at any time. You know how much pain is in Delilah's eyes every time she has to explain to Lohan that her daddy is a pirate and a knight of the Round Table? Somehow he's a good guy?
As his face twists a little bit when he says Lohan. And yeah, he says, honestly, I can't imagine.
Then why did you come back?
Well, when you put it that way, it's easy. Because so I put together enough of my history to find out that she existed, and I thought about coming back, and then I decided, no, it's been like 6 years. At best, I would be an interloper and whatever she's built up in that time. And then we found out that you were directly under threat just because you'd been associated with me, and I couldn't let that stand. I couldn't. I've caused her enough pain. I didn't need to add that on top.
That wasn't your choice to make.
But the what?
Deciding how she handles that pain was not your choice to make. Only choice you made to cover up your own.
So, what do you generally advocate for? Ripping open old wounds that have scarred over just on the off chance to heal right this time?
I advocate for communication. Reach out. Find out how she feels. Could come back anytime, based on how she talks about you.
Which, admittedly, I didn't know because I didn't, reach out. But yeah,
No, you
by the
didn't,
time I
son.
figured out, but by the time I figured out who and where she was, no, not relevant. Don't need to drag it into this conversation. And again, would sound like I'm trying to make excuses and defend myself.
What's all this about
Yeah.
amnesia?
Uh,
Something knocked you on the head real hard?
No, as best we can tell, we were out of character. Text real quick.
Mhm.
Is this a decent approximation? We were betrayed by one of our own who wanted to remove all our memories so that even they didn't know they'd done it.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. That's a
Okay.
fair approximation. the person that he's referring to is right next to him.
I'm not going to mention that. Not going to mention that.
I mean, I think technically the goal wasn't to remove back to the point that Das didn't know she did it.
Yeah.
But
Just
it was
remove it.
definitely back to before there was a problem, I think. Although I guess that would then remove...
Yeah.
Because it would remove the knowledge
she's
that
done it, yeah.
Das had
Yeah.
after that point, which would include doing it. So actually, yeah, that is accurate. Basically.
Yeah, what exactly was the problem? The problem still that again? Something to do with Griffin Cage, right?
Griffin Cage being discovered.
Right,
And
yeah, okay.
likely soon killed, and Das
Right,
didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, Yeah, so what's that about amnesia? Knock you on the head. God, I wish it was that simple. No, the short version is one of our own was a turncoat who kinda went native. And their friend here saw that we'd found him out, knew we were going to execute him, and tried to remove everyone's memories of him being a turncoat, and accidentally removed everything. I know it sounds weird and fucked up, but, you know, ask around, anyone will vouch for it. And, look at me. There's no way this is how I used to talk. There's no way this is what my old body language was like. From what I understand, I used to be slightly more cynical and more of an asshole.
Well, that's how you came to us as.
Didn't quite catch that, sorry?
He says that's how you came to us as. Until
Yeah, that. Yeah.
he's looking around at everyone else, kind of as if to see, is anybody laughing at this cockamamie story?
Yeah. You know,
See,
I have wondered, like, basic human decency, dragging me out of the snow, from what I understand. Sure. Human decency, I can see that. But beyond that, like, given the person that I used to be, I have wondered what happened. I have wondered what it was like, and yeah, wrote it off as different person, different version of me. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Wrote that off as, not wrote it off, but like, his thing, not mine. It's been a whole fucking trip, man.
well, you don't seem all that different from the last few days I saw you. You haven't changed too much since then. I always talked about what an angel on your shoulder Delilah turned out to be, and how you're glad you got shot and left. And just expected you to come back around sooner. Left Delilah feeling like all those kind words, calling her an angel, how you changed, felt like those were all lies. So I feel like you've got some explaining to do to her.
Absolutely. Weirdly, I'm kind of glad it's you that came. Like, I was going to talk to her, but not. She needs some time to digest what the fuck just happened, and I'm kind of glad that I can, you know, get my thoughts straight about it with you without the whole, like, emotional connection or ghost of emotional connection there.
Oh, would you have felt the same if your guard here had let me bring your gun in here?
Sorry, I missed a bit of that. What? Sorry, something about the gun.
He said, would you have felt the same if your guard here had let me bring your gun in here?
Hey, until you believe that I'm not malicious, I just have no clue what the fuck's going on. That's overstating it, but until you believe that it was meant maliciously, yeah, offer stands. I give you a gun, point at me if you like, shoot me if you need.
Well, I think since I've surrendered that gun over to her, I don't think I'm getting that back on this ship, and I won't be asking for it back. Take your time,
Are you sure?
Percival, but you don't take too long. Lila and
Of course.
Lohan both
Does he
deserve
have an
better than that.
explanation? Yeah.
Yeah, looks around the bridge for a moment if Percy doesn't say anything else. And then looks back at Asta and says, "Alright, I'm ready to go back now."
And as he's leaving, Percy pipes up with, I couldn't. And he's just sort of like, his head stuttering side to side as if he's just barely shaking it very small, very fast. I fucking couldn't. Do you have any idea how you only started being a space pirate? Any idea how fucked up that is? I couldn't have brought that back down on her. And with a kid. No.
Well, you weren't that space pirate when she got pregnant. You were her loving whatever you were, husband, boyfriend. Never had any kind of ceremony, but may as well have been. That's how
And then
we
she's in
came
the
to know
hospital.
you, son.
And then she's in the hospital and the guard rocks up with fucking, "Hey, are you Percy Cameron? What the fuck am I supposed to do?"
Leave,
I'm sorry,
loop around, and come back. We would have moved. But no point in rehashing how you could have done it. I just wanted to know why you did. And I think the answer is cowardice. Let's go, Asta.
Maybe. And then after he leaves, Percy turns to Dad, still visibly distraught, and goes, "Well, I think that went well."
It went.
Hmm.
I don't know about well.
Do you have any idea how many ways I expected that to go?
I can imagine a few.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do next?
Somebody else do a scene to break it up, please. Somebody talk to Kwana. Somebody talk to Kwana about Percy's family, huh? Or just something completely unrelated. You know she has opinions. Oh god.
Yeah, we can let the time pass for a couple of hours. I do want to give a little bit of time to other characters because I know that
Yes.
the infra drive was a big deal for Doug.
Yep. Hold on, I need to check real quick.
Also for Myokin?
And for Meowkin, yes.
No, for Myokin.
I think for both of them.
Okay.
We'll be coming
So
back around to Meowkin.
Okay, no, it's just I thought you had me saying Myokin, and I'm like, no, same person.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Disadvantage of naming that close. Keeps coming up.
I've come around to Meowkin's conspiracy that Nox is doing it on purpose, and I'm okay with that.
Kana, Kawana, Yaukin, Yokin.
Yeah.
I think
Charlie,
there was another one
Charlie.
too. Oh yeah, Knox, Charlie, Charlie. There's just too many coincidences. It can't keep being a coincidence.
Any thoughts on this, Knox?
No.
Nice. I do like that.
So,
Anyways, so just to set where Doug's at is, definitely fawning over the Raza after the Infodrive jump, and probably completely unaware of the. I'm sure like everyone else is like a buzz about Percy's family.
Yeah. I mean,
Doug is just not paying any attention to that.
I mean, it depends on how fucking the experience of the Infodrive was for everyone that was on the ship.
I mean, was it discernible from inside the ship?
I
guess there was some sort of feeling, wasn't there?
there was a moment where the electronics could detect nothing, and communications were disrupted, electronic communications. But then things went back to normal, and so there were a couple of reports into engineering, trackets, for of varying priority. For a moment, the ship detected no life signs aboard. This is slightly troubling. You get one of those reports. Where did everybody go? So yeah,
But it was like momentary.
Yeah, sensor blips. Seems to.
Just the only thing really notable was that it sensor blips all at once.
Yes.
Across the board.
And this aligns with what Doug had already studied from other research on interactions with the infraworld, is that it doesn't produce anything detectable except by your other space detector.
And our special brains.
And your special
Or
brains,
combo.
yes. Yeah.
Speaking of our special brains,
Mhm.
I have a very meta question.
Okay.
Does the in-universe star chart look like the game star chart?
It does. Well, actually, before I answer that, let me make sure we have the same understanding of star chart. Do you mean the metaspace chart or the star chart of actual physical locations of stars?
The map that we look at when we're deciding where to go.
Yeah, that's your metaspace map, and it does look the same as what we as players can look at.
Okay, so I could describe I could describe the point between two spaces as a number of hexes, and the common layperson would understand that, and it wouldn't be a game construct.
Common layperson wouldn't understand that, but anybody that any common ship layperson would.
Common spacefarer.
Common spacefarer, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Now
So,
I'm picturing
a person
Miyokin.
doing a 2-hex jump could describe it as a 2-hex jump.
Mhm.
In universe, and it would just make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. That was the
That's
whole
probably
question.
good for the game terminology to line up with the in-world terminology.
Yeah, I mean, it was already flexing things out of reality when he basically said that metaspace doesn't follow the exactness of real space, and so it wasn't a stretch in my opinion to say, okay, well, you know what, this is how we depict it for us to understand. There's no reason why they wouldn't do the same thing in the universe. It's intuitive enough.
And it's probably it's probably just like with everything else in real life. It's probably an oversimplification.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But that's just people are going to oversimplify things, so they're easy to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I guess which brings to question: how would somebody find out what spaces don't have a gravity well
They attempt
without
to drill into
trying
it
to jump
and fail.
into a space without a gravity well?
I think that may be it.
That is it. Yeah. You discover new systems on the metaspace map by drilling into it. I have given consideration to like decades-long research projects, observational projects, trying to observe gravity wells through metaspace instead of real space. But those are the projects of governments that are desperately trying to find another star system to within 1 or 2 hexes that they can jump to before any kind of transportation is established.
Yeah. It's just trying to be like
There's a reason
there isn't a
explorations.
planet just in the middle of the X and Y planet that we just haven't, because nobody's been dumb enough to make a jump there without knowing that there's a gravity well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Okay.
I mean, I would guess at some point there was probably, with pre-tech, there were probably ships that were likely to survive mishaps, right? Like that was probably that's in my head. I would think that's how they would do it at scale. It's like it'd still be dangerous because mishaps, but with pre-tech, it's a lot more likely to survive a mishap.
Yeah, I think so.
And then from there, you just have the records of we see records that there was a system here and that someone's connected all those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not worrying about, but I'm thinking about the logistics of presenting somebody with a map of the star chart. It was how do we know that all of these spaces are empty? Empty for the purposes of travel, because we sent 20 people there and they all died.
That's...
Well, I guess there's a question. I guess it'd be either if you can't find any records of people jumping there and coming back, yeah.
So yeah, I do have the two answers to that. Is they tried to explore it and people came back with either they came back with they'd gone far enough and close enough in their mishap that the records they have produced some certainty that there's nothing there, or they died and 19 more after them. But my second possibility there is, like I said, some kind of decades or centuries long observational research into the spaces around to try and pinpoint some evidence of a gravity well that is within range of a drive through metaspace.
A gravity well would just be stars, right?
Yeah, stars, black holes, planets, like rogue planets, aren't supposed to be big enough, but I mean,
yeah, well, it's to be a really big planet.
It'd be a really big planet, yeah. I could see.
Okay. In that case, I think we can kind of just figure it out using telescopes and a lot of smart people.
No, they have to be telescopes that can.
Telescopes and a lot of smart people.
Yeah, effectively yes. Telescopes that are capable of observing through metaspace instead of real space. So it is still new tech, and so comes with all the uncertainties of new tech.
Just trying to figure out how that works. It doesn't come into effect anywhere. Just
Right. The only reason I even come to that second one, the book doesn't mention it, is because I want some way of leaving behind. We detected this star at this location, and for players to be like, well, that's sketchy. Let's do it. Back to Doug. So, yeah, Doug, got all these reports of anomalous system readings. He sees.
He's probably getting a little tired. It's just send out a message unless there's an ongoing problem, please cancel your tickets.
He's the IT person who gets 17 tickets for the same thing.
Please refer to this memo that we sent about the infodrive.
It gets back a message. What's an infodrive?
Oh, that's getting flagged for later review. For whoever said that.
Nice.
That was definitely Aurelia.
Oh, and I just can't stay mad at Aurelia, can I?
That's up to you. You can certainly try, though.
You can certainly try. I can stay mad at Aurelia from a distance.
Yes, there you
I was
go.
gonna say it could also Siri could have also asked that question.
I
But
could
surely
see
Siri
Siri.
knows.
I could see Siri asking it, even though she knows.
Yeah.
Why
It's an
is an
experiment to see if you
infodrive?
get a different answer.
Yeah, she wants to know what you think it is. She wants to make sure that you know what it is.
I also imagine that Chishin is helping him in engineering because she doesn't want to deal with the whole kid on board situation. She doesn't want any part of that. And there's some comfort in just clearing through these tickets and complaining about them. She even makes some of the complaints in Spacer, so Doug could understand them.
Nice. Totally agree. There's more important things to do, like double checking everything on the that everything's still good.
Nice.
Yeah. How does Doug feel about the drive now that it's drive level 6 and has an infra drive installed and has just made its first successful jump? Infra jump.
It's you know, I imagine it's akin to the feeling of like watching your child take their first steps.
You know, that's probably why Chishin. Another reason why Chishin is here. Doesn't feel the same kinship, not child, but you know, like the kid of a friend.
Probably keep an eye on me, make sure I don't do something stupid.
Yeah, probably. 'Cause you know that she'll tell you it's stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, I imagine Doug's probably crawling in somewhere stupid that he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I gotta check it. I gotta check it this good point. I know all the readings say it's okay, but you know, I just have a feeling.
You just went through some weird space where readings no longer mattered, so a physical check makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See? The voice in my head agrees.
Okay. All right. Chishin and Doug are working away, making sure that everything is safe after your first infodrive jump. And I suppose that within a few more hours, you do arrive at the edge of Kuritaherti. Come to the horizon, and Kana is making preparations for the drill. I know that there's a standardized jump drill imminent alert. Let's see. Okay. And let's see. Hang on, I need some water actually. One moment, please.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything else I want to give time to. before we go into that drill, before we actually catch up to where we left off. And I suppose not really. Y'all wanted to have a conversation between oh, actually, that was Viral saying that you should check in with the Imperial Red Dragon guy and see what he makes of it. That is an excellent idea there, Viral.
If nothing else, I wonder what he made of the news broadcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially because of the news broadcast.
Like, it's not like he doesn't know what just happened. And if he had any confusion what has happened, it's just been explained to him.
Yeah. So
It's like he thinks what just happened, and then there's a ping on a data pad that's like, this is exactly what happened.
Here's your...
and then the next thought is, what just happened?
Here, sir, is your exposition.
Okay. Percy gets a text message from Kawana telling him that the scary I suppose she would say this jokingly. You know it's joking from her.
Yeah.
The scary red dragon guy wants to wants a sit rep.
Okay.
And she says that she has tried to prepare some tea.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
And that it's they're in a conference room, B71, whatever. And not that you've got 72 conference rooms, but it's in room B71, which is a conference room.
Yeah, no, it's named that way to scare people into thinking we have that many conference rooms. It's like the pigs numbered 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
move some people
out
of places.
Percy's like, do I have the mental overhead for this right now? Is there anyone else who's interested in this? Can I give an unbiased opinion of what's going on right now? Could I do with the distraction? You know what? Yeah, probably, actually. I will head on down. I'm gonna message the rest of the bridge crew, words to the effect of Red Dragon wants a sit rep, I need a distraction. We'll let you know how it goes.
Do you get back from Doug's thing? Do not disturb message.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
So rather than an out of office, it's an in the engine.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I'm in the engine right now. If it's urgent, come and bang on the panels.
I'm making myself a list of NPCs whose faces I need to create. Because I still don't have one for Mas and Wu either. Yeah. Alright. So Percy goes to the conference room.
Uh-huh. In character, do I actually know what the proper method of address for an Imperial Red Dragon is?
Do you know the what?
The proper methods of address for someone of his stature.
Red Dragon.
Okay. Okay.
You can call him by his name.
Okay.
We're not exactly in his chain of command.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. All right.
He's not a leader of a government leader, representative.
Mhm.
I guess he's a government representative.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of an ambassador on your ship. I mean, also kind of a handler.
Mhm.
No, not handler.
He did a good job of handling us.
Like, asking any one person of any job to try and handle the Raza is unfair at best.
Yeah. More of I can't even think of the word right now, but basically
Liaison?
somebody who just oversees an operation that their organization is part of to make sure that
Observer?
it's
What's that?
I like liaison.
liaison. Yeah, that's a good one.
Liaison's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Observer is good because he is observant, but I know that there's
Yeah.
actually a word for it.
Hmm.
I just can't think of it. Maybe we'll ask AI later.
He's an observer liaison.
Representative.
Observes on.
Auditor.
Auditor, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, he's something like that. But
He is one or all of those things.
he so Percy goes to the conference room and
Uh-huh.
he is sitting there in silence with Koana looking unusually uncomfortable. The tea is in front of him. He has a glass, and there's a little
Oh,
plate
dear.
of tea
Oh, no.
in the middle of the table.
Hmm.
Is it tea
Yeah,
or is
that's
it
it.
slightly brown sugar?
He stands up on Percy's arrival and bows. Thank you for meeting with me so quickly, Mr. Cameron.
Of course, Mr. Like, I'm just guessing, like, is it
Yeah,
first name
I'm
family or
terrible
family name first
about
name?
whether
Okay.
it's first name last or last name first. For him,
You-
his
you-
last name is Wu.
Okay, good. Yes, got it. Yeah, there's actually a small moment of, like, Mr. Wu looks for reaction, no displeasure reaction, small fist pump. I'm sorry, that's probably racist. Yeah, I understand that recent events are more than a little bit confusing, and you would need it explained. Not to divide your intelligence, but it is confusing.
He nods, looks over at Koana. Thank you for the tea, Miss Koana. It is an engaging experience to have tasted part of your culture.
Percy is battling to keep a straight face. Like, he's fighting for all he's worth to keep a straight face.
He is a diplomat.
She awkwardly mimics a bow and says, "You're welcome. I'm glad you liked it, and I've got to go now." And she leaves. Leaving Percy in the room alone with them.
Yeah. Too much sugar?
he looks down at the tea. It is an unfamiliar combination of elements that.
Yeah. Sage nodding like he's heard this before. She's doing her best.
She is very enthusiastic, and it is
Mm.
a admirable quality for someone so young, who is also involved in activities upon the Raza.
So, uh, where should I start? How much did you definitely understand what's going on? Where do I start?
I understand that the sensors would no longer determine where we are or interact with where we are in any way for several seconds, and
Yes.
then we are somewhere else.
Yes.
And this Beth reporter knew instantly.
Mm. So, this Beth reporter is actually an AI who is associated with us as of quite recently. Uh, the broadcast is mostly accurate. We didn't authorize it. We assumed that she had it written out beforehand in case we succeeded. Um, but yes, it's mostly accurate. The family were genuinely in danger from Mercure, uh, as evidenced by the strike force that showed up. But otherwise, yeah, she's more or less reported it correctly. As for the sensor glitch, um, let's just say that it's related to why we believe we'll be able to breach Tiamat. And also related, for reasons that I'm sure you can imagine, and Percy grins here, to why they never caught us before.
Yes, the stories of the Raza disappearing are prevalent in the mythology of the Raza.
Mm. How does it feel to be, to my knowledge, the first person not directly of Raza crew to have been on a trip there?
I am uncertain and will need to ponder my words.
Take your time. We can return to the topic later if you prefer. I understand it's an experience.
It is certainly mark of uh, a mark of superior ability that the
Mm.
Raza can confirm has proven the myth is real.
Mm. If nothing else, we've also proven that the repairs work.
Money well spent.
Mm. Absolutely. Of course, the weapons are for it if we got jumped or if it didn't work. But it's it's a formidable defense.
Very well.
Was there
What
anything else that I could clarify for you?
what are our travel plans going forward? How soon
Mm.
will we arrive in Tiamat?
Mm. Uh, sorry, I messaged it. What are our travel plans going forward? Something Tiamat.
What are our travel plans moving forward? How soon will we arrive in Tiamat?
I will need to confer with the bridge crew on that one. We are carrying the rescued family who. And Percy's face crumples for just a moment. There's there's some sentimentality there. There's some emotional attachment. I would personally prefer that we keep them safe first, which with our speed shouldn't be too much of a detour. But I'll confer with the rest of the bridge crew. Once I know what the plan is, we will let you know.
I think it's about this point that you get the alert telling you that a uh, drill is imminent.
Okay.
um, and 1 second, please.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, good. Then let us discuss. Basically, he wants to discuss how the ship will the various tactical situations that the ship could get into or is
Yeah,
likely
of
to get
course.
into upon arrival at Tiamat. He's certain that if there's only one point of entry into the system, that that Union will have that blockaded. He wants to know what are the capabilities and the limitations of the sensor flipping teleport.
Percy is like, he's like, yeah, sure, we'll talk. Like, not in these exact words, but he's like, yeah, sure, we'll talk about. Wait, hang on a minute. Because I don't remember anything being in the deal with Tajima about like tactical discussions and incorporating this guy into our plans. And like, if we can't trust him, we probably have bigger problems. But also, like, this is somewhat of a deviation from the plan, and I'm not sure how much we're supposed to trust him with this stuff, and how much this is just Tajima trying to milk us for info on what the Raza can do in case he needs to fight us eventually. Yeah, Dix, do I know anything about that?
I feel like we don't want to share too much with them, just in,
Yeah.
there's not the capabilities, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. The Shiro's intention there was that he be an observer to your actions. So,
So obviously,
so
a resource we might call upon.
Yeah.
But also perhaps a resource we could call upon still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
certainly.
yeah.
He's not actually asking to he's not asking to provide input. He's just it's
so he
more
can
like
provide
he's
better.
testing you.
He's asking.
Yeah.
He's asking information so he can provide better suggestions, basically.
Yeah.
That's how I'm picking it up.
That's the thing. It feels like that's.
Oh.
He just theory crafting off what he knows.
No, he is. It's more like he's just So here's the way I think I'm seeing it: is Shiro made a significant investment in the ship to get the drive up and running, right? And this is the guy who is supposed to make sure that that was a sound investment.
Okay. Okay.
Shiro didn't try to say that he's going to have any authority on the Raza. He's just reporting back. But Shiro does want him to have access to the information he needs to be able to report. And this line of questioning is more of a test than I'm going to make suggestions on how you proceed. He's kind of testing against his own military and naval knowledge. How good are your response plans? So that he can report back, these guys are a bunch of fucking lucky imbeciles. Or these guys are semi-competent with pre-tech that makes them look much more competent. Or these guys know their fucking shit, and the tech just makes them all that much more deadly. That's basically kind of what he's here for. Is
tested. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, yeah, judging got it. Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
He certainly could make suggestions if you ask it, but I will say he's not going to unless he's asked.
Okay.
Quick question. This is probably needed information.
Yeah.
How far away are we from Tiamat's 3-day window?
Sorry, I saw that question and I meant to move on to it, but I got embroiled here. Let's see. Hang on. Let me see what all you guys are doing.
I seem to remember you said something about
the minimum
kind of
when we're going
deliberate
to arrive at
ambiguity on
Tiamat
that,
is
right?
based on that.
I did. Yeah, I am using deliberate ambiguity on that so that I'm not specifically forcing. I don't have any any story-based timing needs for it right now.
Okay.
And I'm reserving it. I've been reserving it so that I could say, okay, well, the window is in 3 days. Now you need to get to a position to do it and put that time pressure on you. So, I'll ask.
Window is whenever it's convenient to the story.
Exactly. But if it's becoming relevant to something that you're doing, I would just ask, what's the purpose of asking when the window is?
He's asking us when we're going to be arriving at Tiamat.
Oh, that's fair.
When we're going to be arriving at Tiamat is explicitly dependent on when that 3-day window is.
Yeah, and I don't mind you simply answering with the if Percy gives that the answer of will arrive in 7 or 8 or 5 or 2 days, without the players or the GM knowing what that number is.
Yeah, the answer the Percy's given us, we'll let you know because we need to argue what we're doing next.
Okay.
Percy, I always say Percy opens his mouth and it's like just a string of incoherent noise. But
yeah, Percy just opens his mouth, dial up modem sounds.
I was going to say, at minimum, it would be at least over a week.
Yeah, you guys you guys made the plans to go to Mona, and I didn't at that point say, hey, you're gonna miss a window for Tiamat. So I'm guaranteeing that you at least have that time. I didn't mention it when you're making the plans for you to consider within them, so I'm not gonna spring it on you now. I'm gonna let you finish out what's already been approved, basically.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the travel time for us to Mona is at least a week.
Mm-hmm.
gosh,
And then we have to go from there to where we get to Tiamat, which is, I think, another week. So at the very least 2 weeks before we can make the jump there.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a window that we are missing, but it's in chilly set. Well, no, because that's
true enough. It's
Anyways.
You know what? This is actually a good point to put a quick pin in Percy and Mastin's conversation and ask you as players, where are you going after Mona? Are you going to go to Tiamat or are you going to go to Onolau?
I'm okay with either, honestly.
I'm gonna go with either, but I was leaning towards Onolau personally, but not strongly.
Okay.
As long as Mona is first, after that I'm easy.
Okay. That works well. I think Lulu would like to get to Onolau sooner rather than later as well, and Tiamat might just take some time. So then let's go ahead and put the question of when is window, give it a little bit more solidity. Window just passed. There was no way that you could have made it after getting the ship upgraded to be able to do the jump, and still made it there. So you've got 3 to 4 weeks. I'm not going to say exactly when the window passed, but it did pass in within the reasonable time frames that you could not access it. Like there are very valid reasons why you did not race off to get the window that just passed. And so that gives you between 2 to 4 weeks to resolve things up on Mona and head on up to Onolau and figure out what's going on there.
The answer would be that Tiamat is in a weird orbit and can't be accessed normally, and we'll be waiting before we can make the jump there.
Yeah.
At least 2 weeks and up to 4 weeks.
Yeah. I think it's fair for Percy to say all of that, apart from the time estimate, because we do need to hash this out in character, which I assume hasn't happened on. Even if we're going to do it off screen, it hasn't happened yet. Therefore, I can't say when exactly, and I don't know the number offhand.
That's fine. And I believe you also explained that to Tajima, so
yes,
it's reasonable to expect. This guy already knows that was a consideration, and he is simply nodding along as Percy says it to him again.
Yeah. As for prodding me for actual military tactics and how we're going to handle stuff. I think discussing the tactical capabilities of the Vaza in like regular ship-to-ship combat is fine. If he doesn't already know the Dark Horizon exists, that's fine as well, and I assume he does. The teleportation trick we're basically saving as a get-out-of-jail-free card. With the caveat that we're going to need to test to see whether we going to need to. I don't know how we would research it, but I would like if we could research it so that we can see if it will work through the barrier. Failing that, we'll just jump around within said barrier. Like I can create enough space to disengage and leave Tiamat, I assume. Anything else about the Vaza's capabilities, including the white hole bomb? I am not the first one to. I am not going to be the first one to bring any of that up. The emergency jump drive is a separate thing from the infodrive as well. Also, not mentioning that.
Well, he is asking about the white hole bomb indirectly because also included with what Tajimashiro was told is that you have a way of disrupting the metaspace around Tiamat so that the ships are trapped there, and so he's asking what are the basically the battle plans to deploy this weapon. And
I am going to play a little bit coy with that one. Words to the effect of we need to do some more research on that because how much to say? Keep it simple. We need to do some more research on that to know how effective exactly it's going to be. We have some idea of how long activation will take. We don't know how effective it's going to be exactly, and it would take too long to plan out for every possible permutation of it takes this long, it takes this long, it takes this long, and plan around each of them. So, can't really plan around that.
In the effects, we're not confident about the numbers.
Yeah, I think Percy is aware of that and dancing around it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not even that. Maybe that's true. I don't know, but like, I'm just not saying too much about the exact specifics, basically. And trying to develop the conversation to how we're going to get to the activation point, rather than what happens during and after the activation, because we don't quote unquote know what's going to happen, and so we can't really. We need to plan out too many different plans for how it could be beyond then. Once we do some research, we'll have a better idea and we'll plan it at that point.
Okay.
Which is probably not a super confidence-inspiring answer for him. But, hey, I'm not going to be the one to reveal a hand.
All right.
Dex, yeah, that's my question to you, Dex.
What's that?
With regards to discussing like battle plans for engaging with unknown amounts of Union ships and looking at the powers of previous capabilities and stuff to project how we think this might go and how we would attack a cap ship if it came down to that, etc. Does that fall under charisma shoot, or do I need to actually talk it
out? I'll give the choice between
not shoot.
Lead and shoot, with lead being a more comprehensive description of the tactics. Not more comprehensive. A more actually comprehensive is the right word. A more comprehensive and understanding, exhibiting greater understanding view of the tactics involved in different situations, and shoot being more limited to the actual combat situation with some little bit of understanding of the overall tactics. So shoot is more like the battle, and lead is more like the war.
Yeah, it's minute-to-minute tactics rather than overall strategy.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, the difference between my shoot modifier and my lead modifier is a net +5, and lead is still set to wisdom. I don't think I've ever rolled it, so I'm going to go and shoot if that's alright.
It's also up to you if you want to use charisma. Charisma is trying to kind of convince and portray information on force of personality, as opposed to actual knowledge or
Understand.
experience with them. Knowledge would be
Mhm.
intelligence, and experience would be wisdom.
I'm gonna go with wisdom then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with wisdom. Don't feel me now, shoot skill.
Okay. That's a pretty good roll.
Could have. Given I was rolling up +1, given I was rolling up +4, it could have gone a lot better.
Do remember that Stars Without Number and all the Without Number games don't require you to be like super exceptionally. They don't require DAS levels of
Yeah. Good,
DAS
yeah.
or Kana levels of skill at
Yeah,
the thing to
Mm.
portray experience with it.
I
It
understand
kinda
that.
feels a little bit different because it's a whole separate
Yeah.
system, basically.
Yeah.
I understand that, Dex. However, my average for this is 11.
But that's the thing, though, is your skill is that even when you do poorly, you're still doing admirably.
I suppose, yeah. Like, even when it is one of the days of all time, to be sure, and I'm still managing to hold up a conversation.
yeah, it's definitely Percy is definitely holding that together.
Okay, as long as I don't get him depressed about our possibilities, that's fine. We can do the actual convincing later.
Speaking of doing the actual convincing, why don't you also roll me a charisma talk check?
Ah, balls. Okay. Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed. Well, let me roll his.
It's
I
been a
think
day.
it's sort of expert.
Hmm?
What was that?
What did you say, sorry?
That only is some sort of expert.
Look, I would have liked to see the expert that could handle being ragdolled by Trail.
That's
Show
a fair
me the
argument.
expert that can do that. Show me
You
the
wouldn't be
expert
able
that
to
can do
see
that,
him,
and I will acknowledge.
smeared all across the floor.
Show me the expert that can do that, and I will acknowledge the point.
Okay. The conversation is mostly Percy talking, and then Mas and Wu, posing other questions or posing alternate scenarios, and he's polite and respectful throughout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Percy will at some point probably apologise because, like, brief overview of what's just happening, and pre-amnesia, that was my family. Today has been a day.
Like, you're the one that wanted a distraction.
Yeah, yeah.
So Percy is apologizing to him and saying that I've got stuff going on, basically.
For being off my game. For being off my game and suffering. For being off my game. Making excuses to him is okay. I don't care about him. But yeah, apologizing for being off my game. The whole gestures at what just happened, and also my family from Piamnesia is here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little bit like Percy catches himself fumbling and being awkward at some point. I'm sorry.
That's not necessarily what the talk skill was there. You can certainly you don't have to take that into account on how Percy was portrayed there. I can tell
that's
you,
the thing that comes up.
Yeah, I can tell you that opposed check there is basically because you were skirting around some things, and not giving full detail on some things, and this was his insight check to try and discern, am I getting a full picture, or are they just telling me what they want me to know?
That's fair.
This will come up on the test later.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else?
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah, anything else you want to say or fumble around with Mr. Wu?
Phrasing.
How am I gonna say it?
Nothing of that nature springs to mind right now.
What about other natures then?
Also a no. Come on, that's what you're talking about.
He is not inviting, I will say that much.
Yeah, I know.
He also does not finish his tea. Is Percy
Rude.
going to take the dive so that Koana doesn't come back to an empty cup? Or sorry,
Wait,
so that Koana does not come back to a full cup.
You can dispose of it otherwise.
Don't tell him that.
I'm gonna say no because I know that these people are serious about the tea culture, and I have no idea what kind of taboo it might be to dispose of someone else's partly finished tea. So I'm not jumping on that grenade.
Okay. All right. The next thing that occurs before we go on break is Koana in engineering? What?
Have fun.
This is while Percy is still engaging with Masamune, and all that took it took about a half hour. I mean, the alert for the impending spike drill came up, and at some point, a few minutes into that, 10, maybe even halfway through, he did strap himself into one of the chairs there. And by the time you guys are finished, if this were a smaller ship, you could have gone somewhere else, but at this point, your options are limited to hang out in this conference room for the duration of the entry into metaspace. Well, the remainder of the drill alert, or go out into the hallway and find a crash couch there, or just risk it because it's most drills don't result in anything weird happening or dangerous. But yeah, I guess I would like to know, does Percy just stay there and sit in silence with them, or small talk, or does Percy go and find somewhere else to strap in, or does he not strap in at all?
No, definitely strap in. Definitely strap in.
Okay.
Yeah, if conversation is like just fizzling as the jump starts,
Okay.
only a very small panic, strap the fuck in. Very strongly advise strapping the fuck in.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Koana comes to engineering very shortly after the yellow alert. Like within seconds. And comes in, doesn't see anybody, and knocks on a metal plate near her. Of course, you heard her enter the computer and the door.
Oh,
both.
yeah.
And you also heard her boots. You know it's Koana.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I guess the computer could tell me too, yeah.
That too, yeah. There's any number of ways that you know that Koana has entered engineering with a little tray of secured cookies, and it's kind of cute. They're strapped to the tray.
Wait, did you say the cookies are strapped to the tray?
Yeah,
the cookies are strapped to the tray, yes.
They're in a crash couch.
Safety's important.
Yep. They're in a crash tray.
Safety's important.
But yeah, I was gonna. I guess there'll be like the call from somewhere in the guts of the engine. It's like, hey, Koana, what's up?
Oh, Doug, I know that the infradrive jump we did was a big deal, and I thought you'd like cookies to celebrate.
You know what? Sure. I will jump on that grenade.
You hear something from Chishin in Rain, and she does not leave. She does not come out.
Wow. Well, Doug will, and he will have a cookie. And is it just sugar? Is it a sugar cookie, or is it sugar in the form of a cookie?
It holds its shape as a cookie when he picks it up, and that's the
Ooh.
first good sign.
That's an improvement. I get better.
It is still more sugar than it should have.
It's fine. I'll burn it all off. It's fine.
Improvement.
With some experts.
Yeah, I will still comment that it's a little sweet, but good.
She takes that as all compliment and brightens up.
Baby steps.
She is getting better about it. The cookie part of it is more like a normal cookie with just a little bit of sugar. The bulk of the over sugaring is in the icing that she layered on top of it.
You know what? We're going to get back to Mona, and Koya's going to make a normal tray of cookies, and Rajan's going to check that she's not depressed, and then ask us, where the fuck do we pick up the shapeshifter?
What did you do with Koana?
And we're going to say her name is Shadow. She's very nice, but she's not here right now.
Okay.
Thanks.
And Koana.
And I guess the ship's good, but you can never be too careful.
Yeah. Big question is, do you think that Koana has a cute button nose?
What?
That's the telltale sign for Shadows.
No.
She always has a
I'm
button
guessing
nose.
no.
Oh, right.
Yep. And
I mean,
don't think Koana does.
Well, I feel like that'd be a really weird thing for Shadow to be doing.
Yeah.
Like going around pretending to be Koana.
Yeah, she actually
really
can't control what she looks like, anyways.
Yeah, she's also a little more scattered.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say she can't pull off the personality.
That too. Koana is appreciative that Doug is giving it a try, and she.
I guess I will recommend that because we're about to do this bike drive, so strap into the couch over there, and Doug follow his own advice.
And Doug what?
Doug is not going to follow his own advice.
Oh. Okay. She does. She straps in with the cookie tray and talks about how she tried to follow the directions a little bit more exactly this time, but there really just wasn't enough sugar in the frosting.
Oh dear.
Or the cookie part.
Yes, of course not.
And she asks a little bit about how the infodrive works.
Yeah, well, Doug will answer as he's working along. He'll go along with whatever questions he has. Obviously, I can't answer those questions necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Player, I don't know, but I assume Doug has a better idea of how it works.
Well, absolutely,
somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Though who knows? I don't know. Koana comes from that pre-tech plan. I know more about it than I do.
She doesn't seem to know more about it than Doug, but she is still asking intelligent questions. Again, belying that there is an effective and competent person underneath all the sugar and the stomping and enthusiasm. She asks how what just happened might affect targeting if they were to find themselves teleporting into the middle of a hostile situation.
Right, maintaining locks. Like that's actually an interesting question there.
Or getting new locks on, obviously you teleport away from a ship, so you don't want to gathering new locks.
Could you based on where you're jumping, could you pre-program the lock?
Ooh,
to be already there and from your new position.
Yeah,
Probably.
so she was thinking of more of an accidental oops, we landed in a battle, but now she's talking tactics, possible ambush tactics.
Hmm.
And you've seen this before. She this kind of tactical thing that she's said a couple times. I took basically elective courses to learn this. It does excite her, and she's kind of leaning forward and excitedly engaging in this conversation.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I mean, guns are pretty close to explosives. So actually, yeah, you know what? Think about it. Doug and Kawada might be able to have the subject.
Yeah.
It's just one is like more directed than the other, but Doug likes the challenge of taking a something as chaotic as an explosion and channeling it. Versus, with guns, it's already channeled for you.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright.
See, I knew you two had mechanical common ground somewhere.
Yeah.
Mechanical as in the mechanics on the ship, not game mechanics.
So it sounds like Doug and Kawana have a little bit of conversation. I mean, there certainly aren't short and quick answers to simple topics here.
Yeah. But there's probably It's just one of those conversations that if someone's not versed in those, it's like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, definitely. And she does have to ask him some questions about some of the concepts that he talks about because she doesn't know all the underlying mechanics. She's got a good sense of how some things work in the mechanics, just as something that she needed to know for gunnery. Or for the space around gunnery and not being just a person who knows how to fire guns. She was given a good education on the topic and surrounding topics, but there's
Right.
still a lot deeper stuff that she needs to ask him for
Well, of
clarification.
course. Always be learning.
Yeah. That's actually the Sudbury model, apparently.
Does raise some vaguely concerning questions about why someone can get such a comprehensive military education on a planet which is ostensibly very neutral. But I'm sure that's not a concern.
Oh no,
Well,
no,
they walk softly and carry a big stick.
They walk softly and carry possibly the biggest stick. No, that's us. I'm forgetting. That's us. I'm getting mixed up with us.
Yeah, I guess. By the way, I guess we should probably. Did we already have a conversation with Edgewine about the whole universe thing?
Nope.
Don't think so. No.
I think that was. Yeah, I think that was. But I think that and that revelation to Kawana was between last visit, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, we need to have that conversation. I mean, I felt like that's a useful conversation carrying that big stick.
Oh no, with regards to sticks, I was talking about the stick of I cast geopolitical isolation.
Oh. Well, we cast a stick if universe is ending and isolation's not going to make any difference.
Why are so many people assuming we're going to fail?
I mean...
You've been spending too much time with Virgilia. I don't remember you having a one-to-one conversation with Virgilia. You've been spending too much time with Virgilia.
I guess it's just really a mind. I guess I think the thing is, it's a very difference in mindset of long-term versus short-term picture. Yeah. So I don't know if Doug would necessarily be. Yeah, it's fair. I don't know if Doug would be that fatalistic. But out of character, I'm kind of fatalistic.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm sure it's fine. It's a conversation we should have in character sometime. I'm curious to hear you talk about with Virgilia now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we are right at 1 o'clock. How about we take our 15-minute break, make it 17 minutes? Actually, we're at 1:05. So make it 15 minutes. For some reason, I thought that was 13:03.
Which is also not exactly one, but yeah. Being an ass. Carry on.
So go ahead and come back in 15 minutes, and we'll continue with we'll jump right into that spike drill.
So, yeah.
Sounds like everybody is back.
Mm.
And let's go ahead and jump back into frame. And jump into metaspace.
Woo!
All right. Everybody is strapped in, except perhaps Doug.
I'm sturdy. It's fine.
No, perhaps about it.
Look, if there's one person on the ship that I trust to keep their feet when that kind of thing is happening, it's probably Julia. But if there's 2 people, the other one's probably Libra. But if there's 3 people, it's Doug.
Wow.
Wow, no confidence.
Look, one of them is a poised professional spy. The other is a fucking android.
I'm a human wall. Kind of.
You're a spike drill. You share the planes of gravity and enter metaspace as usual.
This one does.
As one does, and then things get a little bit not as one does. Things get a little bit stranger as the drill proceeds, and in fact, within minutes, you're finding yourself in what seems to be a void. Your sensors aren't picking anything up, and your communications, electronic communications, get a little bit fritzy.
Huh.
You've just died.
Hmm.
No, I'm kidding.
Huh.
You didn't actually die.
All right, session 1.
Anyways.
Hell yeah, we set the counter, guys. We set the counter.
And go back to Elena saying, "Wait, don't jump."
Right? This has all just been a very long vision from Elise.
Yeah, we find ourselves back on the Nox shipyard.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyways.
Yeah. So
We're just in the void.
you're getting a couple of transmissions coming in, Doug, of hey, communications are down again. Although you did just send out a message saying, hey, we know, stop sending these. The last time something like this happened.
This French.
Yeah, so actually I'd like to think like it takes longer to get to Doug than it would have otherwise because of that. And then it's like, why didn't anyone tell me sooner?
It's just, you're just sitting there talking with Koana. And after a few minutes, Chi-Shin crawls out from where they were working, and looks over at Doug. And she just asks, "Do you want me to delete all the new reports?"
My new reports.
Yes.
My compad is like, what the hell?
Your compad is actually overheating. They're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, so obviously investigations must begin.
Okay. Ship communications are spotty at best. Direct line of sight communications seem to work okay. And cabled communications still work. But you have to know enough to switch to the cabled communications to even come to that conclusion that works. How long does it take Doug to try using the ship's physical intercom on land, basically landline only, wired line.
Yeah, I gotta be some sort of skill check for that, right?
Yeah, you can make a skill check
Like
for it
you
if you
know,
want.
just going through the troubleshooting steps. I feel like I kind of want to roll no intelligence if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. I don't think it'll be a difficult thing for him to come to
Yeah.
conclusion, but
This is just whether he's systematic about it to come across the checking things one at a time properly. Yes, there we go.
yeah, I was only setting the
Proper
difficulty
troubleshooting
at a
steps.
6.
So yeah, I guess not too long at all.
Not at all.
But I don't know what that tells me. I mean, it's is it so sensors and all that are down too, right? So like, how's Koana handling this? Or not Koana, Kana.
Sensors aren't down in the sense of they're non-functional. They're down in the sense of they're not detecting anything. Because you just went through it, I'm not gonna make it cryptic at all. It feels very much like you're rapidly repeating the info drive jumps, because that's exactly what the sensors experienced. Is they were still on
Right.
and functional, they just couldn't detect anything.
Right, but presumably that shouldn't be happening.
Oh, that definitely shouldn't be happening.
Yeah. Like I got that part. It's just like, why though? The what is clear enough.
So Doug can certainly
And
open.
also, this is going on longer, right?
Yes.
Like this is persistent versus what we experienced before, which was just essentially a blip.
Yeah, this is persistent. It's actually the opposite of what you experienced before. What you experienced before was, okay, things are normal, things are normal, things are normal. Things are not normal for a few seconds, and then things are normal again. This is things are not normal, things are not normal, things are not normal. Oh, things are normal again, and then things are not normal.
Oh, we did experience the things a normal moment.
You do experience things are normal moments. There are moments where there's stretches of between a fraction of a second to several seconds where the sensors detect, oh yeah, we're in metaspace.
Is it? Do we have anything about like I don't want to residue is the word for it, but like lingering effects of activating the infra drive, perhaps, and maybe there's supposed to be a warning about not activating the spike drive shortly after.
You haven't seen any such warnings.
Well, yeah, it's not clearly labeled, obviously. But that's what I'm thinking right now. Anyone else have any theories?
Hey, engine stuff isn't my department. I just shoot things, and apparently have emotional trauma.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of that.
Plausibly, this is just how the drive works now. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's not a.
I mean,
actually not a bad theory.
It's weird. It's weird, but plausibly, this is. Just
It is also. Yeah, it's right. It's true. This is also the first time we've actually jumped since we got the drive 6. Does that? I mean, what impacts does this have for navigation?
Well, having
I guess we'll put the.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess like putting together where between the blips, like where we actually get data, right?
You
and figuring out.
You do. So let me answer the first question. Having no or limited visibility of where you are in metaspace could be very dangerous.
Wait, no, we'd know what this. Hold on. What about the people that were on the ship before that do have memories of this? Surely because the ship, we had people that were on the ship when the drive was at full repair, right? Like Elena, Libra, and Acid.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Not Elena.
Nataria.
Nataria, yeah. You can certainly
the
try
three that we
to.
picked up on Henry Station.
You can certainly try to reach them either wirelessly during one of the moments when that's working, or try to find where they are with a landline. or not
Yeah,
wi-
well,
landline, but wired line.
Put out a all points bulletins. I mean, just make sure that see what they think of. Yeah, are they freaking out, or how are they? What are their thoughts on the situation here? Because I mean, we don't. There's no like alarms. The ship's not shuddering or anything, right? It doesn't feel like we're about to be just we
There
don't
are
see.
some strange inertial shifts, but your inertial dampers are handling them perfectly.
Yeah. So yeah, we need to
I'm
see.
sure it's fine.
Seems familiar. If this is perhaps a consequence. Yeah.
I think I have a question about how you reach them, and it is only relevant because it dictates how many people on the ship know that Doug is looking for them.
Where? I guess the question. Yeah, where does? Do we know where Acid Tank? I feel like Acid would be the one to ask, right?
Acid is usually
that.
in the lab. Notario is not someone that is consistently any one place when she's not piloting. And Libra was your third pick. Yeah, Libra's I guess more reliably in security or she can often be reached in security, but is not reliable. The alternative is, of course, you can just
Sounds
broadcast
like Acid's so much reliable
to the whole ship and say Acid or yeah, go ahead,
yeah, I don't. No, I don't think I want to do that yet.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So then, narrowing it down, you can either do that limited to just the lab area, or to individual intercoms within the lab, which can be heard,
I mean,
across
I
the lab.
guess I'm not in like it's not an emergency or anything, but I guess I might as well phone ahead just in case, save a little bit of time.
Okay. All right. Oh, I see. You were thinking of just walking over there.
Yeah, I was initially, but yeah, I guess yeah, it'd be better to phone, try to phone around, but because it'll probably be fast.
Yeah, it'd certainly be faster. Uh-huh.
Unless Acid's like disabled any wired communications.
She hasn't.
Okay, can't rule it out.
No, you can't.
Well, now I can.
I had to think about it. Let's put it that way. All right. Yeah. Doug does get a response back from Acid. It probably takes a few seconds, and it takes enough time for him to think maybe he could just walk over there.
So right before he starts talking over there.
Yeah. And gets the response back. What? I'm busy here.
Are you aware of the sensor situation? Is that? I mean, I hate not knowing this, but is that normal for the drive at full repair, at full functionality?
No, I'm running scans right now.
Wow. Shit. We didn't have anything warnings about the using the infra drive and then jumping.
This never occurred before.
Shit. And I just drop, go back to.
That answers that one.
Well, keep me updated on what you find.
What readings is the engine giving?
So far as I can tell, it's all normal, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, engine's all normal. There's some what was it called? Not impacts. What did you call it? The inertia. Yeah, some odd inertia that's being handled. Now, does that seem like that? Like that seems like an intentional thing that the ship's doing.
Which part?
Like, well, you mentioned like the inertia, like the use of the inertia dampeners.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that feels like that's very designed for this specific scenario.
Not designed for the specific scenario. It's the inertial dampers handling an odd situation the best they can. The best way to describe it would be if a plane were flying along in a flight path, and then we're suddenly flying along in a different direction, the inertial dampers kick in. That's not what they're supposed to do. That's supposed to be there for when the plane makes, high G maneuvers. But that's what they're doing right now.
Okay, but they're handling it like a champ, so it's not an immediate concern.
Yeah.
But it does give us it is still a data point that there is this extra inertia they're handling.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, absolutely relay that to Acid. Yeah. I think we might want to go on. I guess maybe we should go. I guess we're already kind of in the spike drive, right? Or is that usually goes off?
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed some other words. What was the question?
Oh, I'll say I guess I suppose this warrants a yellow alert since we don't know what the frick is going on. So perhaps people should be, if they are not actively investigating, should probably be strapped in.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, because you've already engaged the spike drill, and most of the the early stages of entering sharing the gravity are where you need to be once strapped in.
But people obviously can get up and walk around during a spike drive because they take up to weeks depending on this.
Yeah, within a few minutes of actually entering metaspace, most of the yellow alert automatically de-triggers, and that's already happened.
We're gonna go ahead and manually retrigger that then. For non-essential personnel.
Okay. Acid requests Doug's authorization to feed full basically full engineering data to the lab for her further analysis. Like, she could have access to all the data that Doug has because it's all connected through the wired lines, but that's just not something that's automatically authorized to the lab.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, absolutely. And I guess if I can send help Acid's way. And also, what was the oh right, what are we seeing on the other space detector?
So the other space detector, now that you're in communication with Acid, and I guess you can pull it up on a terminal yourself anyways. So those moments where you're getting no sensory detection readings, you appear to be in the infraworld.
Well, that's not right. We're supposed to be in metaspace.
I missed that again. What was that?
Oh, so that's not right. We're supposed to be in metaspace.
Well, those moments when the sensors come back on and detect something, you are in metaspace. It has flipped the normal sequence of events. When you did the infodrive, you were in metaspace for several minutes, and then you were in.
Yeah, it's hard not to blame this on the infodrive somehow. But I set those wheels rolling. I suppose, yeah. I mean, so far as I'm concerned, it's going step by step by how. I guess at this point, what's everyone else doing? The dog's triggered a yellow alert.
So, Percy was in the room with Masen Wu as the yellow alert strapped you in, and then the yellow alert turned off. You were allowed to get up and walk around. I'm imagining that Percy did when Masen, oh, he had taken his leave already, right? And Percy just kind of stayed there, didn't he?
I was under the impression we hadn't quite split off yet, and then it's no, this is happening now. Okay, we'll strap in.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. And when the yellow alert de-triggers, the yellow alert de-triggers, and the two of you go your own way.
Hmm.
And then shortly after that, the yellow alert comes back on.
Hmm.
And it's not the refrigerator.
And it's not the refrigerator.
Can I cut in real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes.
Over the intercom, Yoken is going to say, "Everyone, please remain seated. We will be beginning the second spike drill shortly."
Okay. Nothing to worry about then. Stay seated.
Oh, yeah. I wonder who was talking secrets to the DM before.
What?
Should have seen that. Well, what I was expecting there. Definitely not
Okay.
this. So yeah, Doug is messaging Kata like, "What the fuck do you mean second spike drill?"
Is he
Kana?
messaging or opening a line of voice?
Oh, it's gonna be a message first, and then. Well,
Okay.
no, it's definitely voice. Definitely voice.
Alright.
And if I don't get a response from a direct contact, it's going over the intercom too.
Oh dear. Oh, this is going to be an experience, isn't it?
Connell will answer.
Yeah. So, anyways, what the fuck do you need second spike drive?
We finished the first one.
Do I have any indication we finished the first one?
If you check anything, we're just in the regular space now.
I mean, not that I don't trust you, but can the DM confirm that?
You're a little bit ahead of me there, Nox.
Okay.
I still had us in the first phase of this journey.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyways, carry on.
Let me. I may have misled you there, Nox, when I said whenever you're ready. So.
Oh, worry, I'm still in the dark.
Yeah, leaving the engineer in the dark on the engineering is probably not the best idea.
Give us one moment to type this out here real quick.
Go on. Keep typing. I don't like the pilot planning things without my knowledge.
Imagine.
I mean, I expected at this point, but still. It's the principle of the thing.
All right, we're gonna walk back a little bit, I think. Let me hear from Nox what she wants Kana to, if she wants Kana to say anything over the intercom here.
No, given the timescale, Nothing.
All right. So to set the timing of events, it's been about 15, 20 minutes of this anomaly. Chishin certainly took her time in crawling out from where she was at to come and point out to Doug.
Attention.
Yeah, get Doug's attention. And Acid was just quietly working on her own. She's not gonna. Nothing was exploding, so she wasn't going to involve anybody else if she didn't have to. And so no, Kana did not get on ship-wide intercom.
Well, regardless, there's still going to be questions going to the bridge, obviously
Right.
asking like what their observations are. I suppose some of the reports were from the bridge, so I suppose there's nothing obvious going on there.
No, I don't think there is anything obvious going on in there. And
Wow.
so yeah, Doug
plugging away at it.
Yellow alert and then contact Kana.
I mean, yeah, I was reaching out to the bridge, and I suppose because I guess my concern is, how are we navigating this situation, right?
Right.
If we're still traveling, how are we navigating? And the person at the helm is Kana.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, the response would be, "Things are under control."
This sounds too knowing, Kana. Everyone else is like, "What the hell is going on?" And you're like, "Everything's under control." I don't like that answer.
Does Kana elaborate?
And I'd be like,
No, at this point, the kind of has more important things to do than like a telephone.
yeah, well, and then, I mean, just so you know, that's gonna mean Doug's gonna come walking in there soon.
All right. Chishin continues. Well, actually, she starts new monitoring. She starts monitoring what's going on with external equipment just to make sure that it matches what the system is reporting insofar as she can get readings. As Doug is making his way up to the bridge, and Kawana is sitting there staring at a tray of some eaten cookies. not quite half eaten, but some eaten.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, Doug probably didn't have too many of those for his own sake.
Yeah. And it does take a few minutes for Doug to make it to the bridge. It's a big ship. Experiences another one of those inertial shifts, and as he's moving about, it's more evident. And enters the bridge. What does he see on whatever visual display Kana has active, Nox?
We said the kind of navigational grid is on its like classic 3D display, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The chart is being kind of preloaded. Then the small what's it called?
Metaspace monsters?
Yeah, small metaspace monsters. No, absolutely not.
All right.
That's a Starcross thing.
Adjustments are being made to trajectory, and then the next chunk is loaded, and small chunk adjustments are being made to trajectory, and so on.
Does that? I feel like that's not the way that's not something I remember when we designed in it. I don't know. Maybe it is.
That doesn't look normal.
I guess. Yeah, when I guess Doug also didn't program it. It's like, wow, you seem awfully calm about this, Kana.
I am very busy.
Could you please elaborate?
Can I elaborate in like, I don't know, 20 minutes? 25 minutes maybe?
Well, we've already been in the dark for 25 minutes, haven't we?
Cool. Give it another 25 minutes, please.
I feel like I'm just gonna keep pestering Kana until Kana starts panicking. Like, this is too distracting for whatever Kana's doing.
I feel like she's gonna hang up on you.
We're going to
No,
die. We're all
walked
going
to
to
the bridge.
die.
There's no hanging up.
If you don't walk away from me, we're all going to die.
There is going to be a discussion about this later.
Okay? But later.
And I suppose I'm gonna message Acid and say, Kana's doing something.
Percy sends, let's go with several increasingly panicked texts. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, actually, rather than just, yeah, I mean, I guess it'll be a broadcast next to the rest of the bridge crew. It's like Kana's doing something. Yeah, including Acid, because Acid's looking, yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at right now, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if there's much we can do other than hope that Kana doesn't get us killed.
The text chain is just exploding now. Is Dath getting involved in this text chain?
I think Das is observing and like trying to figure out what's going on, but not sending anything.
Okay.
I guess it's not the ship doing it though, is it? I mean, nothing on the ship that I know of is doing it.
Define doing and define it.
I mean, it's not, what's going on is not any functionality of the ship that I am familiar with.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh dear.
Brendan Mercury.
I'm just saying, are we or are we not currently closer to death than we were at any point during that extraction? Or on the station for that matter.
Maybe. All right, so I can assume these small panics continue ongoing.
Yeah.
Unless we are gonna tear Kana away from the controls.
That seems
Hopefully
like a
in
bad idea.
any other room but this one.
Yeah, no, don't worry, we're texting. If you are not online, why the fuck are you offline? If you're offline, then you probably don't hear us.
Oh, well, Doug was in the bridge.
Yeah, Doug was on the bridge, but
Does he
He can
leave the
panic as
bridge?
much as he want in, like, gunnery or something.
Oh dear.
After another 20-ish minutes of this
No further explanation needed, just this.
Yeah, of this, it seems like the distances between metaspace, or sorry, not the distances between, the duration of metaspace lasts longer than a few seconds. Goes on for a minute, 3 minutes, and the ship drive, the consoles in engineering, they seem to register that nothing untoward has, like, no damage, not nothing untoward, because definitely something untoward, many
Very
untoward
untoward.
things.
This is a definition of untoward.
This is the very definition of many untowards.
None of the ship. None of the ship is designed to be doing this.
But there doesn't seem to be any damage. And
Yes, we need to be able to go everything again.
yes, you do. Chi-Shin has already complained about that 3 times. Twice in a language that Doug couldn't understand but understood.
Yeah. All right.
Who can blame her? Who can honestly blame her?
And then the ship's navigational computers lock on and report to the stations, the authorized stations, mainly engineering, while Doug is at the console. And the lab, because Doug gave authorization to for Acid to receive that kind of privileged bridge information. Das,
Did it.
you I'm gonna move you over to the system map here. Does Kana want to say anything at this point?
Yeah, now Connell will have the announcement that we will be re-entering metaspace shortly.
Yeah. Moments before you get into real space, the ship's nav computers are reporting you guys are approaching Korif Valley after an hour of travel.
So hang on. So that's supposed to take like a week, right?
Well, it was
That
a
was
week to Mona.
That was supposed to take
A few days. Right, or like
1,
2 or 3
2,
days,
3,
right?
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 6. 42 days for drive 1. Divided by drive 7, 8, because Kana trimmed the course.
Mm-hmm.
So that
42
was,
is a little over 5.
and then
So most of a
halved
week,
because
basically.
she is also a Starfarer too. So it was supposed to take 2.6 days.
Okay, I'm down to an hour. We're going 48 times faster than we're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yep, that is one of the ways that you could describe it. That is the correct way to describe it.
One of the ways of all time.
Yeah, that sure is a thing that is, yeah. Well, that's one way to shake pursuit.
Just go ahead and move our pog here.
Yep.
Oh dear. You do realize what's going to happen, don't you? Beth is going to broadcast our news broadcast from where we are, the exact same news broadcast, and they're going to be like, how the fuck did they do that? And all of us except you are going to be like, wait, I don't know.
No. Beth knows that if it comes from a place where it couldn't reasonably come from yet, people will think it's fake news.
Mm-mm. because we've never been known to do the impossible before, sure. Fair point, though. Oh god, we have a talk with Beth as well, don't we? That's been like a thing for a while now, and there's just always a bigger fish to fry.
It just still have to have a talk with Beth. Yes.
This is just too many things going on without what
Yeah.
people. Yeah, this is getting out of control.
Yeah. Let's get out of control. Now there are 14 of them.
First we got Beth broadcasting without our permission, without telling us. Now we got Kana hijacking the ship without telling us.
She didn't even hijack it, that's the thing.
She basically hijacked it.
Did she?
I was
Yes.
hired to drive the ship.
Mm-hmm. And that is arguably what you did. Yes.
You weren't.
I'm just saying, if you're scaring the engineer, then we need to have a talk.
So is that talk occurring before the next bike drill, or are you guys gonna?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Doug's gonna make sure Kana gets torn away from the helm until Kana explains.
Congratulations, Shadow. You are now acting primary pilot.
I mean, is anyone opposed to this course of action? I'm not making
Actively
it
teleporting back into the seat.
Okay, well, I don't want to get too PvP here. You're risking Doug
It's just
shutting down
rubber
the
band
ship.
connection back into the seat.
Oh dear.
I mean, at that point, Doug's gonna shut down the engine. Yeah.
We have half an hour. We can talk. We have half an hour. It takes half an hour to do a spike drill.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it with you sitting in that seat right now.
Oh dear.
This is
Not
a
until you
major
explain.
time loss.
They called me mad.
Well, you're
They
in
said-
luck. We've just saved a few days. I
They
think
called
we
me-
can spare a few hours.
They called me mad, crazy even. They said that I was worrying too much about the speed that we were going at. They said, "Oh no, it's fine. She just wants us to get around quickly."
So I just did some maths, and I think
Oh,
I think
dear.
I'm right.
Oh no.
I think I've just worked out what our effective drive level was given the speed we just did.
What, drive 70, 80?
I'm not sure that I want to get this actually.
70 or 80 is a massive underestimate. If we just did that in an hour, right? If we did it in exactly an hour, right? Assuming no other, ignoring, like, after trimming the course, everything, that is an effective drive level of 1008.
It's over 1,000.
Wow. It is over 1,000.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's
So, okay.
let's break out of character real quick to resolve the tensions that have brewed. Nox, Doug is wanting Kana to step out of the seat, and Meowkin, Kana is wanting to prepare the next drill. How do you two want to see this play out of character? Do you have a preference?
I mean, like I said, so far as Doug is concerned, if Connor's refusing to step out of the seat and is prepping the next drill, he's probably going to shut down the engine. I'm not joking about that. Doug's not comfortable with not knowing how the ship was just transported, if you will.
And with that threat made, Kana does know that if he does that, it's
It's going to be a hell of a lot more time loss.
yeah, it's upwards of, well, not upwards of, but around 6 hours to restart Drive 6.
Cross map record.
God, I hope it's never challenged.
We'll have to make this trip in
Sounds like you should
reverse
have
to
thought about
account for the time
beforehand.
loss.
God, I hope that record is never challenged. I would just like
I mean,
clarify,
still-
out of character, I'm okay with this. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm fine with out of character, but my reaction is very much in character.
So the question that I have is, does Kana relent, or does she keep trying to teleport back into the pilot seat?
Does Kana go for the hours time? Does the you said 6 hours?
Can we
right?
come to a compromise where Kana pushes the keyboard a little bit away and then turns the chair sideways?
That
Which
sounds
I think
fair.
of that's not going to be enough for Doug.
The ship isn't
Look-
moving. Nothing. Nobody's touching the controls.
Doug doesn't like kind of being at the controls without knowing what's going on. Like I said, it'll just be an hour or two. Just step away from the controls for at least 30 minutes until you explain very well what you've done.
How about this? During that time, Shadow keeps flying the ship towards where we're going.
We're already at the horizon though. We don't need to fly anywhere.
Yeah, that's the
That's
problem.
just
Is
Yeah,
that,
we can jump. We can jump from right here.
yeah.
Well, I tried.
Here, hold on,
You
hold
tried.
on, compromise, because we want to know what's going on. It'd be probably a good idea to get a probably anyways at the moment. Let's make sure there's nothing weird going on here.
Yeah, we don't want to
How
stop
about
you.
we
just wanna know
allow
what the
some
fuck's going
time
on.
for our sensors to collect some data?
You do also have the sensors that you asked a merchant to put in Core Poly.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah, we need to check in with that. We also maybe we want to fly around a little bit, get our drive some records, some historical locations to jump to. There's all sorts of reasons that we don't want to leave Core Poly instantaneously.
Just write an outline chat.
Yep.
Just step
We
away
can
from the
talk and do
console,
a
Kana.
preliminary scan, but nobody else touches these controls until I'm back in the seat.
All right, that's fine. We'll just do the scans.
It'll mess with my record.
Yeah.
I think there's something.
Wait,
I think something might be a little bit off about this pilot we hired.
Let's talk. I think we should agree to not count it against the record, given that it is not Kana's fault that she's being slowed down here. Someone start a stopwatch for how long she's being stalled.
Well, and also let's be clear here. You planned a record. You don't have any recording it. It's already only a personal arbitrary record.
You think she wasn't recording that?
If you're
You
setting a
actually-
record, usually you have some sort of official to record it. And that requires planning ahead of time and communicating to people.
Okay, and fairness, I think this is a certain amount of 21st century sensibility because there's totally in-universe ways of tracking that shit.
As an out of character joke, you see like a laptop with like a regular ass streaming webcam there.
Yeah. Someone put up the intermission card. We'll be right back. We're experiencing some there's the correct technical difficulties if it's crew that are reacting. We're encountering some interpersonal difficulties. We'll be right back.
Interpersonal
Personal
difficulties.
difficulties.
All right, so it sounds like Kana compromises and is willing to step away from the console, or from the pilot's chair, as long as nobody else will touch the piloting controls, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is that satisfactory to Doug?
Yeah. So long as Kana's out of that console.
All right, who else is going to the bridge for these discussions?
I went in on this because what the fucking fuck just happened?
I am a safe 2 squares away.
How are we where we are?
All right, that was a yes from Percy.
Yes, you can say that.
Yeah, I guess that it's like a discussion with Kana happening on the bridge. If anyone attend.
All right. So, what does Kana explain, or
What does Kana have to say for herself?
First, let me.
That's not just, I need to set the
spend
record.
Some effort.
Is it?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
I'm sorry, you said something about effort?
Yeah, you need to spend some effort. Very important part of the process.
Right. You're gonna have to allow that. That's not
I believe.
A
I
thing
believe
that
the
makes
question. I believe the question asked was something along the lines of "What the fucking fuck was that?"
Yeah, like what were you doing?
So after we use the infradrive to get out of Dodge, something
Right?
clicked. And I got to thinking,
Right.
You didn't think to
what
talk
if
to
No,
I
carry on.
do?
what if you do
Do what?
What if I do that?
Yeah, you don't just
Wait.
do that though.
Wait. So are you telling me
Surely
that? Are you, hmm. There's surely no way that you're telling us that you used your own teleportation to replicate the effects of an infradrive jump and drag the entire ship along with you. Is there?
Nothing as great as that. I helped it along just a little bit, and I made little
I mean, it wasn't
adjustments
that and
to make sure we could get there without hitting anything.
and that was not replicating the effects of the infradrive because the infradrive couldn't have gotten us there.
So what? You used your own teleportation to
See,
what? Move the destination or accelerate or this accelerate?
I
Is
mean,
that sorry, the effect of teleporters?
I started the course, and I made little tiny jumps. We're going to say jumps to assist in faster navigation, and it
I'm gonna
See,
need
worked.
I'm gonna need someone that
fa-
It
knows more
worked
about
so
psychics.
well.
faster navigation implies a little bit of like course correction, a little bit of speeding up. Faster navigation doesn't mean we go 50 times faster. What the fuck?
So basically psychic bullshit. Does anyone I really feel like we should have someone that knows more psychic stuff to
Person,
Think
back
about the
this up, but
destination as a bus stop.
but also you've never done this before then.
No,
You
it
just
was.
decided to just go ahead and try it without warning anyone.
I figured it was safe enough.
Yeah, well,
in fairness,
Doug's just kind of just like face across or palm across the face.
there is a decent chance that it's safer than
Exasperated.
what we did poking Mercury in the face back on
How many people died on the
planet.
ship in the last hour?
I don't know. Status report. How many people did die?
How many? Okay, how many people nearly died on the ship in the past hour?
Listen, there's a risk whenever you make any jump.
And that
And how
risk
does
is
that
usually less when not doing untested psychic techniques on the ship.
I mean, sure, we could make two hex jumps all the way from one space to the other. That would be the safest way. I could literally do that actually asleep.
The real issue is here. You didn't tell anyone.
Yeah,
There was no time.
How? I'm sorry. How long was it between when we infradrive jumped and got to the horizon? I mean, there wasn't any time to talk. To be fair, that's kind of okay. I guess it's a couple hours.
Yeah, it was only a few hours.
Yeah. I mean, a few hours. It's still a lot of time from when something clicked to testing it out.
A few hours was spent single-mindedly prepping the entire course, which we are only halfway through.
All right, and now I'm just giving you a little bit more time to prepare before we do that again. And
Well,
this
I'm
time
not
we'll know
preparing, I'm
about
talking to you. This is like the opposite of preparing.
Well,
I
too bad.
think the point he's making is that this is even further out of the remit of bullshit that any of us understand or normally do. And the speed demon is the one saying, "Oh no, it's fine. It's making us go faster and it's perfectly safe," without telling us beforehand that anything was happening. I think that's the problem.
I guess while we're having this, actually, I guess I'll message Acid if Acid input on like any of the data that we have for it. Like, at least get confirmation from Acid whether Acid thinks that this was safe or not.
Okay.
So you basically fill in Acid and get Acid. So I don't know if Acid's really the expert on it, but it's the best I have right now.
Well, she is your kind of the closest you have to the pre-tech expert aside from yourselves. Yep. She cracked many of the mandate pre-tech stuff back when she was a scientist for the Trin, and she's doing that for you now. So go ahead and give me a proficient skill check for her, and she gets the advanced lab bonus in making that, which I believe is +2 for a cruiser.
Pretty solid.
Something like that.
I'm gonna check for you real quick. Advanced research lab +2 for a cruiser. Yes. Okay, that's a pretty good roll for her. Oh, did you also include her scientist mods?
Oh no, I did not. I just did the +2.
Okay, I think that's only a +1 additional, anyways. I'll let you double check that for me.
Oh, yeah. I guess if a +2 might make a difference.
Yeah.
+1 skill check.
Okay. After she doesn't respond immediately, but you're.
I don't expect, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the situation warrants pestering her until she responds.
No, but the longer it takes, I guess it's up to how if Kana wants to pester her.
True. So yeah, Kana sees that this interaction is taking place and that Acid is not responding immediately.
Doug doesn't mind waiting a little bit longer for Acid to respond.
I see that. Is Kana physically going to the lab?
Kana is metaspatially going to the lab.
Works. Good enough.
Okay, so Doug, Das, and Percy see Kana teleport.
Yeah, well, that's fine as long as she's not teleporting to that seat.
Yeah. When
you know
Kana...
what? You know what? Percy actually puts a hand on Doug's shoulders, gently nudged him towards the chair. I declare you protector of the chair. Sit down and do not move unless Silica herself comes in that door.
It's a good idea, actually.
She can't actually teleport into the chair if you're sitting there.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to get telefragged. I promise you're going to get telefragged.
You're going to get telefragged.
I know that's not. I'm pretty sure I know that's not a thing.
As when Kana appears in the lab, she sees that Acid is working, but Acid is always working, so things appear to be pretty normal for Acid right now.
Hey Acid, we have a consult going on for a
yes,
bridge
I'm
dispute.
aware.
A bridge dispute.
Yeah, she interrupts with, "Yes, I'm aware."
All right, good talk.
Oh dear.
Does Connor say anything else?
Connor's gonna wait there.
Okay. Well, if Connor's staying there, then I think Acid uses her. Acid looks up at some point, not like 15 minutes later, about a minute later, over at her, and points her to a machine, tells her to go stand in front of that.
Stands in front of the machine. If the
Okay.
machine starts making threatening lobotomy noises, I'm gonna go ahead and get in touch.
We are not lobotomizing anyone.
There do not appear to be
Yeah,
any drills
but
or
Connor's gone
blades or lasers.
Well, look, we don't speak for we don't speak for acid. We don't know what acid will do.
It is always
Acid
a risk
knows-
when you do something acid tells you to do.
Acid knows the
And
only
yet we
consequence of the
still
show.
trust acid. Kind of
She
like
knows-
how we always trust our friendly and reliable pilot to get us to places in a timely manner.
You're right, we do trust Shadow.
And we did trust you up until recently.
This is the timeliest and most reliable manner possible. We're here.
We don't know that it was reliable, though, now do we?
Look,
We
I
will
don't-
after I do it again.
look. I don't think
Potato.
that acid can frag us across metaspace as effectively as you can, even if she's trying to. And also, if the ship was doing some weird, unexpected shit, are you sure it was safe?
Yeah, it's like
I'm
you
sorry,
only
could you
just
repeat
thought
that?
of this.
I said I don't think acid could frag us across metaspace as effectively as you could, even if she was trying to. And also, the ship was doing some weird screwy shit, according to the engineers. Are we sure that that's safe?
Now I have to ask: is this in character or out of character?
Out of character.
I guess we're in a
think.
video call at this point.
Okay.
I think.
I think-
Oh,
I think
if we're
out
on
of
video
character,
call,
we
then
know
sure.
that-
Okay, yeah. In that case, yeah. If we're
Oh,
talking about the possibility of acid, also killing us like you almost did, then yeah, I'll add that.
Oh, okay. So that is a conversation that's happening.
I guess. It's
Yeah,
not-
Acid's ignoring that.
yeah, fair.
The machine has lights and sensors and blinking stuff. I think Kano would recognize, because you guys have used and deployed it before, that there is another space detector involved in whatever she's doing right now. And after a couple minutes of that running and Acid kind of working Acid speed at what she's doing, she gets on the comms and says, hang on real quick. She says, I'll need more time to go over more of the data, but it resembles the infradrive drill or jump well enough. And no systems are reporting any anomalies that the infradrive jump didn't create.
See, look at that. No problems. Everything is hunky dory.
She teleports right back to the bridge.
And yeah. I mean, yeah, I suppose that's enough for though, maybe going to acid for the, safety check of untested technology or untested technique is not the wisest thing to do.
No, and in fairness, we did suggest that as this is how we're going to tell whether it's safe. That's on you.
Yeah,
not her.
no. I definitely set that rule. That's on me at this point.
You're the one that brought acid into this.
Yes, you are right. No, I made my bed. I will lie in it.
Yeah. The problem isn't even so much the science; it's the. Did this idea just strike you out of thin air after the infra jump, or is it something that you thought of like even slightly while we were getting the infradrive fixed?
Trying to get used to the controls, since I had that whole UI redesign
Okay.
while the drive was being fixed. This
Okay.
is the fastest ship that I've piloted, and now it's the even fastester ship that I've piloted.
That's not. That's not important right now.
We
The thing is,
Where's Virgilia when you need her?
Does
Or the ship therapist. I'm just not entirely certain this obsession with fast is entirely healthy.
okay, you know what? Let's try this. Do you understand why it is that we're all freaking out?
You are worried about the safety in traveling 7 hexes at once, quickly.
Something like that.
Not even that. Like,
But yeah,
one sec. The concern isn't even that we're traveling 7 eggs at once, because like we've done that before with the infodrive when it was working before. We did that however many times. That's not even the problem. The problem is that this is the first time testing whether it's fixed, and while checking whether it's fixed, your immediate instinct was, okay, but what if I do a weird experimental test with it that will push the limits even further, and then didn't ask anyone if that was a good idea before you did it? That's why we're freaking out.
Yeah, it's like it'd probably be fine if you'd told us ahead of time.
Yeah, we probably would have went, sure, go for it.
And maybe we could have, put our heads together to make sure it's safe.
I mean, I wouldn't have. I would have shat myself because you're planning on going even faster. But like, differently from now, you know.
It's about a trust. It's hard to trust when you don't tell us you're about to do this thing. And also, I'd like to know how much time we spent not knowing what was going on with the ship.
In fairness, if she was doing some weird psychic thing that required a bunch of focus, then yeah, no, that makes it sound one time.
Right. That's why I explained it ahead of time. Or at least said a quick note that, hey, testing experimental psychic technique. Is that just too much to ask? I don't think that's unreasonable.
I'm gonna pause here because I want to hear from Kinja. Das is in this room. What is Das' expression in all of this?
I'm dead. Don't fight.
You're right.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's a lot to unpack. Yes.
I think Das is just kind of like in a state of there is so much stuff going on. She's not processing it all at once and is just kind of basically just staring and trying to figure out what the hell to even say about it.
We also there's a lot of emotions that haven't been processed about the whole rescuing Delilah and Lohan too that's going on.
Yeah.
Like all things told, a lot has been happening very fast.
Yeah.
It's not just the ship going very fast.
With Das as well, like you know what Das's face is like. You can just read it like a book. This is probably the first time in a while that like you can't read what's on Das's face because Das doesn't know what's on Das's face.
The 1 hour drill lobotomized Das.
See, there we go. You're lobotomized.
Not safe for young people.
Oh, yeah, 18 plus. Wait, shit, is Lohan okay? Oh god. You know, I was oh god. Well, on the bright side, it's not going to get any faster than that. Please let me be right.
Just you wait.
It's not going to be any faster than that yet.
Exactly.
Please. Drive 2 or 3 is normal. Drive 6 was incredibly fast. We just went to drive over 1,000. Please.
Well, technically, I think we just kind of like skipped over things so much as the drive being that fast.
We traveled at speeds equivalent to drive over 1,000. Please.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think we travel. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like the I like the old sci-fi concepts, which It's like them old sci-fi hollow vid fold space between 2 points, probably. Not that Doug actually understands whether that's what's happening or not. But it's not like we're moving that fast, probably.
Based on the data that you have, and in comparison to the data you have from the infraworld, the infradrive jump, it definitely is. There definitely was some travel through the infraworld involved in all of that.
There we go. We did travel.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I said, there we go. We did travel.
Well, then you have to decide whether it's actually considered travel in a place that is considered infinite space and all points in all space in a single point. That is a description of the infrared world. Is it's both infinite and all things in one single point.
Definitely small.
Yeah.
Adds physicists to the list of people that we need to hire.
That's what basically. I mean, that's somewhat what. I'm sure Acid has some sort of physicist degree, right?
Oh yeah, that's how she was able to make these comparisons in the first place, and
Adds specialized physicist.
All the physicists.
Multi-space drifting, please.
Yep.
Please.
Yep.
Get out of my chair.
No. No. No.
Listen, that was the deal. I get out of my chair. Nobody else gets in my chair.
And we did give the okay, and I guess despite my reservations about giving the okay decision to Acid,
as I say,
it was.
Honestly think.
Yeah, I mean it was the agreement, and I am a man of my words.
I have a question. Has the intercom with Acid been open this whole time? Because there was some intercom with Acid open while Connor was over there. Did you leave it open?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
Okay. Acid pipes in.
Uh-oh.
And she says, "You're voicing human concerns. If we were on Trinita Fade, I would have expected Kana to register and advise what she was doing. But humans say no." I think she did.
Are you suggesting Kana's more Trin?
Yes.
Okay.
So has Kana's just really gone up in Acid's estimation now?
Okay, that sounds like Acid saying you're worrying about human concerns and then listed the exact same Trin concern as our concerns.
I mean, that is true. Our concern was, I think I'd like to think we would have given the okay once we were notified of it.
Yeah, it's like
maybe
I keep saying,
deliberated.
It doesn't even matter whether the crimes are against people, against corporations, or against space-time. If you tell us about the crimes beforehand, we're generally okay with it.
Are you saying that if I walked up to you and I said, "Hey, I want to make this drive go like 1,000 higher than it actually can, and I'm gonna force it using psychic powers," are you cool with that? You would have been fine with it?
I'd ask you to explain, and if you say, "I think I can make the infradrive jump further," I'd go, "Okay, be careful."
I'll reserve judgment. But I did my due diligence.
Did you?
I did.
What did you do with your due diligence?
All of my math checks out. It's literally on my there's a log about this kind of thing. I made sure that Das was here.
Does that help?
Very important failsafe.
Does that help?
Did you have Das double check your math?
I don't think Das can. Can Das read pilot logs? I have no idea.
Plausibly. Did you check?
Anyways, I'd like to. I think this is just a trust issue. It's just hard to trust someone that doesn't tell us what they're about to do with our ship.
This is a really good conversation to be having outside of a room with the Red Dragon guy.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
This would be the worst conversation to be having with him. Just like,
Oh, yeah.
standing
Yeah. Absolutely, it would. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good thing we're not having the conversation with him. In the room.
Just
on the
a
bridge.
thing that I'm noting.
Yeah.
No, I think we're all agreed on that.
Ooh.
I do not assume that he is looped in with your bridge crew conversations. I don't believe he's got
Yeah.
any idea that anything's happened yet, aside from all the obvious signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole extra yellow alert thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And see, that's the point. That if he told us ahead of time, I wouldn't yellow.
Mhm.
The math checked
All
out.
right.
I knew I could do it. And I did do it. It worked out.
All right, but last strike. Next time you try something like that, let us know ahead of time. And I suppose we will allow you to do it if acid if acid okays it. Against my
please
better
talk to
judgment.
us. Please talk to us.
Because at least
If
you
you want
know.
access to the flight logs, you can have access to them. I set them up hours in advance.
And did you tell us? Did we have any reason to know?
Interject there. I'm recording this.
Who acid?
Yes.
Okay. But I guess if your concern is we'll say no, then we'll allow acid to have a say in it. But acid's not going to say no because something seems dangerous.
Exactly. I mean, if we were the type to say no because something seems dangerous, none of us would be here.
And let's be clear, you didn't put those. And let me guess, you didn't put those in the flight. Expected us to look in there.
You broke up just a little
After the first time.
Yeah.
bit. You
I
didn't put
broke
those in
up?
the flight computers expecting us to look in them? Is that what you said?
Well, you didn't register the flight logs and expect us to notice that because we're not constantly double checking those.
I imagine that after the first time I took things to a new speed tier, that my flight logs would be checked randomly.
Randomly.
No, no, because we
like a drug
trusted you.
test.
No, because we trusted you. We trusted you to not break space too hard.
Space is fine. We're in space. None of space is broken.
It might be a little broken. I don't know. We can't see the space that we just went through. It was infra space.
Science point to space not
I didn't hear
being
you
broken.
complaining when we were doing the infra drive
Actually, yeah,
jump.
So,
That was
yeah.
I was 100% in infra space. This was barely even half of that.
Science point to space being fine, but again,
Yeah, hold on. Let's check
you're missing the point, son.
does the orbital detector show any space being broken? Any infra space being broken nearby?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, then, so far as we know, space did not get broken.
Other space
Too
detector
badly.
shows that there is no more space.
Yeah, you're.
All right.
You're
Well, I
other
think
space-
that's.
Sorry,
This is going to be a whole thing, isn't it? This is going to be a
I'm
whole
fine
thing.
with this being resolved at this point, but it's about the principle of the thing.
All right. So is the crew letting kind of finish the preparations for a second drill?
I guess in the meantime, is there any observations on the sensors? Is that probe in place? Like, yeah, basically those questions.
Yeah, you can pick up the data from the probe. You were monitoring for how. Hang on real quick. You're monitoring for how frequent do ships come out of Tiamat into Corfali because that is something that you can actively look for. You can't really look for ships that are going into Tiamat, because of course you can't determine
Like
a
it's going anywhere.
destination from where they jump
I
from.
suppose. I mean, I suppose you could still see how many unions through the system too, though.
Yes, and that was another thing is registering how many Union ships come in and out. And with that data, if you really wanted to, you can also go to the nearby systems and check for which Union ships jumped out and did not arrive in a nearby system. So you have all the data that you could get from Corfali up to this point. And just to not to minimize it or trivialize it, but yeah, you do see Union ships coming into the system in seemingly greater numbers than you would expect with the loss of not Andoys, Stet. With a loss of Stet as a mining system, theoretically Union ships should have decreased in their travel through Corfali, but there doesn't seem to be any difference between your sensors and whatever logs you can extrapolate from prior to Stet's elimination. The one thing that your ratings do not get is you don't see. Well, hang on. No, I take it back. You would have seen a small group of Union ships arriving from Tiamat. Frigates and lower, none cruiser size to register an unexpected, a cruiser class metaspace arrival. And so, based on what you know of sector and spectral entry and exit physics, if nobody is actually watching that region of space like your sensor is, nobody would know that there are ships coming in from Tiamat. They could easily jump in, arrive at the arrival point from Tiamat into Corfali, and then jump out undetected. And that's what seems like has happened. They arrive here and then do exactly what Kana wanted to do before she was interrupted, drill right back out to somewhere else.
Well, that ship sailed. It's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
it did sail. Are you referring to the Roll20 or was the information there? The sensor information.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Never mind.
Okay. I may have.
Squirrel. That's
squirrel.
fine.
You do get the because you are looking at that region of space. You do get the ship IDs and types of ships that they are. So with the sensor shenanigans that you guys undertook, you could potentially spoof Union ships going into Tiamat.
I need to turn up my AC.
Getting pretty warm around.
All right.
Yeah.
Seasonal
Yeah.
savings. Stupid thermostat. Stupid thermostat trying to be smart.
Is there anything else that you wanted from the sensor data? Anything I didn't cover?
Works for me.
So
Making sure that our the extra time we spent here isn't entirely wasted.
So, just to
Because-
review, Union ships frigate and most coming in from Tiamat to Core Valley at a point where nobody would really notice unless they're actively looking for them and can probably slink away undetected.
Right. So, and
Okay.
I think the only thing here is Hyperion Station, right? Which is a galactic mandate, almost like prison.
Right.
Okay.
Hyperion Station is Galactic Mandate's kind of processing facility and also jail for people that are not being permanently incarcerated. Also here is Das's home planet, which is a permanent prison planet.
Ah, yes, of course.
Lali Barmita.
Yep. Or at least theoretically. Like, Das is. Like, given the story that Mercure's feeding us, it wouldn't be the birth planet, but
Right.
basically,
It's a machine.
not long after.
Yeah.
Assuming what Mercure's
if-
saying is true, which we don't know.
We hijacked one of these ships, jumping into Corvalli, and took a look at their black box info. We could find the actual times that they're jumping to and from Tiamat.
That is a solid plan.
Just an idea for future plans.
That is a solid plan. I like that.
I'll also say that the ships that you registered as arriving from Tiamat, they arrived at your within the expected window that you know of.
Okay. Okay, so that's good. But still.
Yeah.
We would be able to track if it shifts over time.
Yeah.
And the sensor is still here. Nobody seems to have detected it yet. Obviously, you're getting information from it, and so it will continue to be available for more information for you anytime you want to come into Corpali.
Good to know. We'll probably be back soon to collect some more information. Yeah. Okay, onwards and upwards, I suppose?
What was that question?
Onwards and upwards, I suppose?
Onwards and upwards. You ready to make another drill check there, Nox?
Yep.
And that
After
hits
Natario checks the logs.
Oh, well, that'll take hours.
And just to confirm, you are planning to do the same thing you did to the.
You broke up at the end there.
You cut out mid-sentence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be clear, you're
that's
planning to do the same thing you did on the jump here.
You already knew that.
I just want to make it very clear.
I told you before we started this conversation that we were making this jump again.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I didn't find it that wasn't that clear to me. So, okay, go for it.
Yeah. That was a while
It's
ago. That was when the
backwards.
conversation started. I want to make sure that at the conclusion of the conversation that we are clear on what's going to happen with the ship.
It worked. It worked once. Scans show that it's reasonably likely to be safe again. Go for it.
And Acid gave it the okay.
That is part of the reasonably certain. Yes.
All right. Well, with a check result of 19, you experience the same sensor loss, sensor reading loss, the same inertial shifts, and now that you know a little bit more about what's happening, you can certainly get more focused data. Knowing where to look helps you get better data.
Fair.
Right? There's another good point. But I'm not playing a scientist, so I didn't raise it.
But because Acid knows what's going on now, she is looking for that. And she still has access to full engineering data.
She would have had access to these logs after the jump anyways.
Yes, but she wants to check it in real time. That's more beneficial to her. So, Meowkin, why don't you go ahead and give me one more roll from Acid, and this time go ahead and give her the +2 from Lab and the +1 from her mod.
That's +3 total, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay. This time the +1 did make it totally safe.
Yay!
Nice.
So Acid, in the in the space of the hour that she has, obviously she can't do full analysis in just an hour, but with this directed information and being able to monitor in real time, she makes a comparison to a normal spike drill, as if Kana is using the infraworld to jump between layers of metaspace. Normal metaspace drills, they're n-dimensional, or metaspace is n-dimensional. I've said that before. But normally, you you find a shear between the gravity wells that puts you into like 7-dimensional space, and you're there until you arrive. Your spike drive is able to compensate for that and put you into a 3-dimensional bubble. And she likens what Kana is doing to going from 7-dimensional metaspace to 5-dimensional metaspace to 17-dimensional metaspace. She's basically shifting lanes into faster courses of folded space as they become present and available, using the metaspace as the solid framework in through which you actually make distance happen, because there's no distance in the infraworld except for whatever your infradrive is doing.
So you're basically teleporting the ship between metal infraspace channels into whichever current is fastest.
Yeah. That's the that's the explanation that Acid gives.
See, that's an explanation that I would have been willing to put trust behind if I'd had it beforehand. I would have went, okay, cool, go for it. I mean, Cassie would have still been terrified, but yeah.
She does, of course, say that it's a lot more complicated than that, and this is the dumbed-down explanation for you lot.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
should say. She says it the dumbed down explanation for you humans.
Yeah, that sounds like Acid. That's like me speaking with a Scottish accent.
Oh.
Can you tell me that Acid is not scientific and human hating at most of the things which does?
I don't know if it's gonna make this funnier or sadder, but I didn't understand what you said.
Can you tell me that Acid is not scientific and human hating in most of what she does?
No, I can't tell you that.
Exactly, it's like an accent.
Yeah. And you arrive in Mona an hour later.
Was it an hour both legs?
It was an hour both legs, yeah.
Huh. So that's not like a drive 1000 and whatever then.
Oh no! Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Oh no! It was an hour each leg.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. But if it was an hour each leg, they're different lengths. So if it was still an hour, that's not a drive 1000 and whatever. That's just it takes an hour.
Yes. And I think we'll go ahead and end the session here. I'm a little bit over my normal try to end 15 minutes beforehand, but this was too fun not to finish.
So what is the current speed record there if it's not 1008?
It's still 1008. This one was slightly slower because it was a shorter leg.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's just that you said it's just an hour, so that made it sound like, okay, it's not a speed, it's just fixed.
Well, yeah, if it was a speed and we were still at 1008, it would have taken 51 minutes.
Right, I thought drive rating was which is what I'm saying. Since it's a consistent thing, I thought you were saying drive rating is a speed, so it's not a speed because it's just a fixed teleport. You know?
Yeah. No, drive rating is a speed.
Okay.
Which means given it's just a fixed time, the effective drive rating depends on how far we go.
Okay.
And
okay.
we probably can't go any further than what we did for the 1008. I don't think we can do an 8 hex jump.
Okay.
So
Not until Nock
yeah,
convinces me to.
that last leg would be effective drive 864.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put the stream ending card up.
See you, Future Dicks.